Where do I begin? Being in the skin, feeling like tabernacles, it could get intense. Treated like a sin, it could get me lynched. Even as a prince, it could get me pinched. But we don't even flinch, nah, not even an inch. Cause God up in the heavens and a nigga look like him. But they took his image and they put it through the rinse. Made it look like them, made it look like everything I grew up knowing was incorrect. They never said that I was ugly, but it's indirect. I used to get offended looking at my different flesh, but I bask in the sun, now it's limitless. For real, it took a while to get through to me too. Made from the same earth, we get nutrients through. Formed by the fingers of God, his mud and his cuticles too. In every shade is a beautiful view. Shades, here's something you need to know. The skin you in is gold, watch it glow. You a seed in the soil, you need to grow. It look just like me, it gets darker, deeper you go. Deeper that you go, deeper that you go. You don't even know. You a seed in the soil, you need to grow. It look just like you, it gets darker, deeper you go. Shades, brilliant tone, radiant surface. Encased in worth and englazed in perfect. The facts is deeper than the epidermis, and every layer still confirms a purpose. Shades, the sun in love with the way that you be. Your insecurities be funding these industries. Energy given to altering your imagery still be killing me. Never take the word of your enemies over we. Embracing the way you was made, the hell is a flaw. Went from being ashamed to being in awe. All the standards have changed, no longer belong. I wish they make it a law to see what we saw. You for an unskin, it's not a praise. Mixed is not a phrase. Don't forget you a light to the world, a lot of rays. How can you see this wave of truth and be not amazed? Self-love is not a phase. Shade is something you need to know. The skin you in is gold, watch it glow. You a seed in the soil, you need to grow. It look just like me, it gets darker, deeper you go. Deeper that you go, deeper that you go. You don't even know. You a seed in the soil, you need to grow. It look just like you, it gets darker, deeper you go. Shades.
Let me paint a picture.
Just like me, it gets darker, deeper you go. Deeper that you go, deeper that you go. You don't even know. You a seed in the soil, you need to grow. It look just like you, it gets darker, deeper you go. Shades.
I'ma give you everything you deserve. Beautiful brown skin girl. 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 I love you from your feet all up to your curls. And you know I need you in my world. And I'ma give you everything you deserve. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl. Soul to me, mommy, your skin like gold to me. Your love come give it all to me. Feeling powerful when your love come take a hold of me. Yeah. I need you in my life. When something's wrong, somehow you always make it right. Mommy, you always on my mind. On top of that, you living for the most high. It's about how you move, how you walk, and I can tell you not a fool how you talk. Modest apparel, you ain't showing nothing off. No, you beautiful like a jewel on my arm. I'm happy that he brought you in my life, so I got to thank the Most High. Now that I found you and he gave you to me, I guess it's time to make you my wife. When I'm around, you think about you day and night. light. It ain't hard to see you, cause you always shine your light. I can tell you righteous by the way you live your life. I tell you do something, never had to tell you twice. So happy that he brought you in my life, so I got to thank the Most High. Don't let him fool you, cause he choose you to be one of the greatest gifts of all time. Because you are beautiful brown skin girl. I love you from your feet all up to your curls. And you know I need you in my world. And I'ma give you everything you deserve. Beautiful brown skin girl. 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 I love you from your feet all up to your curls. And you know I need you in my world. And I'ma give you everything you deserve. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl.
I just love you. I just need you. I just love you. I can feel it. Where you at? Yeah. Where you at? Got me hooked on your love. You was heaven sent above. You was heaven sent above. Yeah, I need that. I don't wanna hear no feedback. Ain't got it going for some time. Yeah, we got some going for some time. But that fire never putting out. But I've been putting down. I don't think you should go. Don't believe me. Yeah, I don't think you should go. Don't ever leave me. I just want you. Yeah, I need you. Yeah, I got you. You a keeper, you from Most High, and above, and I know it, I feel the love. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Yeah, where you at? I ain't got no time for that, I just shine for that. I love the way you rock it, you got confidence. You don't trip on nothing, you don't time for that. Rock that woolly here, I see Christ in that. Yeah, I'm liking that, but I see what you're doing. Yeah, I'm waiting that. Ain't no fornication going on, love that. Yeah, I love that. Send it from above, that's where your love at. Where you at? Looking for you every day, night. Where you at? Never looking for you by my side. Where you at? Oh yeah, I like my rib on my side. Where you at? You were sent from the Most High. Yeah, I don't think you should go. I will never leave you. No, I don't think I should go. Cause I would never leave you. Where you at?
You know, I've been trying to find out where you at, baby. You know, like, you on my mind. Yeah, I'm trying to see if we on the same page. Really, you gotta make your mind like my mind, you know. And I got you.
Chasing hollies for the thugs. Boy, you trippin', are you serious? She only with you just because. She a trap, that's a dud. Gotta find a girl that is right. Gotta find a red from the tribes. I ain't never bugging out. No, I'm never giving up. Wanna be with you, wanna be seen with you, wanna get green with you, put a team with you. Can I trust you, hold the line? Put it all on my neck. If I need you right now, can you tell me one thing? Where you at?
Where you at?
Yeah, where you at? Where you at?
Where you at?
Where you at?
I ain't got time for that. I just shine for that.
I love the way you rock it, you got confidence. You don't trip on nothing, you don't time for that. Rock that woolly, yeah, I see Christ in that. Yeah, Yeah, this word is so wicked, it got my mind gone. But we been flipping through scriptures, it got my mind blown. Since we back on the mission with our forefathers' traditions, and we been painting the pictures like the time drawn. Yeah, this word is so wicked, it got my mind gone. We been flipping through scriptures, it got my mind blown. And since we back on the mission with our forefathers' traditions, and we been painting the pictures like the time drawn. I done been tried in that fire and made it out.
Shalom. Yeah. And we back with another episode of Let's Talk Truth. Hey, all praise to the Most High. I'm Officer Baruch.
Officer Jeremy.
Officer Jonah.
Officer Ezra.
Officer Isaiah.
Hey, all praises to the Most High. Hey, y'all, I want to say for those that know and y'all that don't know,
right,
we will know. Happy Tabernacles.
Right.
That's right.
Happy Tabernacles.
That's
We
right.
still in the midst.
We Tabernaculos.
Man, why you scooting away, man?
I thought it was supposed to
Come on,
hey,
now,
make it
Oh, damn.
Come on, man.
Hey, so we got
Hey,
an
turn me up a
interesting
little bit.
topic
But
today.
why?
right.
This topic right here is colorism in the black and brown community.
Hey,
You got to say black and brown, though.
you do. You know what's crazy? This panel has all the levels.
We got all the shades.
Go down there. Start right here. Right. No, wait. Let's start here. Let's start
From
here.
the best.
We got brown skin.
brown skin.
That's a
Thank you,
thing.
bro.
That's a
Hey,
thing.
no, appreciate
okay.
it.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
the
say
thing.
Hey,
I'm
I
old,
want,
bro.
yeah.
Come on.
You give
bro.
all the descriptions because I want to know where I
Got
fit
it.
in.
Got it. I'm
Okay,
brown.
okay.
I'm brown skin. Really, y'all are
No,
both a level
no.
of brown skin. You're
No.
not considered dark.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he's not considered dark.
Hey, you don't really consider
He light.
dark.
Alright, you
dark.
know, light brown skin.
Light
He's
skin.
funny as
Hold
hell.
on, he gonna
Hey,
tell
the
you
camera
he
don't
call
do
me
no
dark.
justice.
He's the beginning of the dark.
But
of the
he
dark.
peanut
He
butter,
is?
bro.
Yeah.
So you're
No,
blue black.
no, he
then.
can't.
No,
He
hey,
can't.
I'm Christ-like.
You're blue black.
I'm Christ-like.
You are
Y'all
Christ
better
like
realize
You
that's what
burnt
it
in the
is,
furnace.
bruh.
He's pale.
I'm burnt in the furnace.
The boy, you ain't. Yeah, nobody know about it. He pale. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
No.
right?
He proud. He proud
Christ
family.
black.
He's proud family ass twins.
The
I mean, ass
definition
twins.
of this is Christ black.
Maybe that's a question you should ask
After you get
China.
Christ black, you got Officer Baruch,
Right.
Snicker black.
You got
Oh,
I'll
okay.
take it.
You got Officer Isaiah
you got the David, right? Like
inside of
King
a
David.
Butterfinger.
I was before
on now.
burnt in the
Inside
furnace.
of a Butterfinger. That's
Oh,
funny.
okay.
I was before the burnt in
You
the
got
furnace.
Officer Ezra, the caramel inside the Twix.
Right. Caramel inside the Twix. There you go.
And then what you be, man?
And you the cookie that's under the caramel in the
Nah.
Twix. Go Hey! He the cookie, y'all. He the cookie.
No, bro. I'm the peanuts
praise.
inside the
Damn, he the peanuts.
the baby
okay.
Ruth.
Bruh.
Baby
Take
Ruth.
That's funny. This gonna be a good topic though.
Hey,
We're
right.
gonna
Hey,
handle
all
this.
praise to the Most High. Let's warm it up real quick. Let's get that
Right.
that video with the. Let me see. Let me give y'all something. You know the video, the last video we just posted.
Hey, make sure in the meantime y'all
Timestamp at the
y'all
bottom.
comment. Make sure you share, like it, everything, and make sure y'all call in because I know that this is a very, very controversial topic of our community.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? This comes up on all levels, even
Right.
in the truth. Hey, it happens. You know, mainly
in the
right.
truth.
More so jokingly in the truth, for sure. More so jokingly, but it's a real thing, and it does happen. Sometimes not jokingly,
right.
but it's a real topic.
You know we got brothers here. They don't like light skinned brothers.
Right, we
Damn.
do. What was it? Light skinned dude took his baby mama or something?
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
I guess so. He beat him up one day or something.
Yeah, he got beat up by a light
If you
skinned.
get beat up by a light skinned dude, something wrong. That's what the point
They're
is.
the ones to be
Hey, let's play. Let's go ahead and pull this video real quick. Hey, Dave, yeah.
Bob Trout. I've got a story here that I think is big, really big, because it's bound to have a terrific impact on business. I'm talking about a new market, a big new market. Millions upon millions of new prospects with
pause it real quick.
$15 billion.
All right, so this video is the secret of selling the Negro. How can you sell the Negro? Let's see. Let's continue.
To spend. That's right, I said 15 billion. That's a lot of money, isn't it? The surprising thing is that it's a fresh market, still full of opportunities. It grew up so fast, got so big in a hurry, that few of us realize its scope. Now these days, nobody's likely to pass up chances to sell. And yet right here in our own front yard, there's a neglected market. There's money waiting to be spent. To get the story of this market, to be able to tell you the secret of selling the Negro, we did a lot of digging. We talked to leading businessmen, to customers, and to salesmen. We went to Washington, D.C. We set up cameras and other key points around the nation. And out of this all, there emerged a story, the story of a new market.
Hey, pause it real quick. He said a key thing in it. Let's go to Psalms real quick. Yeah, let's go to Psalms 83. He said they did a lot of digging to see how they can sell the Negro. Let's see. Psalms 83.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
There you go. They took that crafty counsel against us, the Negro.
Right.
They took the crafty counsel. So what they do? They got in a little circle,
Right.
or in a little, wherever they were at, and they were like, hey,
They did a lot of digging.
yeah, let's dig. Hey, so all we got to do is put certain things in that community.
Right.
Maybe we can sell them this way. Right. Maybe we can advertise certain things that has sparked something in their mind, and then to get them to buy this. How can we sell the Negro?
And then also in the midst of it, you know what? Let's do divide and conquer. We gotta change the mindset
Right.
of this Negro at the same time. So that way they can look at us as the supreme being.
Right, exactly. Go ahead and play that.
This is the market we're talking about, the new Negro family. Their name is Wells or Wilson, Smith or Brown or
Hey, is that the next
Alexander
time?
or
Get the
Breen.
next time stamp.
They live in Chicago.
Now actually, yeah, get the next time stamp.
You know what's crazy though? You know how
What's
we
that?
watching this, right? You still got Negroes out there that thinks that, slavery didn't exist.
Right.
You have Negroes that think this, and there's so much history proving it.
Right. Hey, while we wait, let me get Psalm 64 and verse 6.
The 315 time stamp. My bad. Go ahead.
Because just know, according to the Bible, understand, them pale faces is your enemy. It is what it is. And like one of your enemies just said on there, he said when it came to selling the Negro, they did a lot of digging.
Right.
All right? They made sure they found out every possible way that they could get into the intricacies of your mind and how you think to sell and get that consumerism mindset put upon you so that they can get all those billions of dollars that they saw as an untapped resource of your black behind.
Right.
Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 6. They search out iniquities.
They search out iniquities. Because a lot of this stuff, it'd be wicked as hell that we be involved in, that we go into and we want to purchase all the time and waste our money on. Read.
Right.
They accomplish a diligent search.
They accomplish a what?
They accomplish a diligent search.
We do a lot of digging.
Right.
We do a lot of digging. Read.
Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. They go into deep thoughts about how in the world can we, what do we call it? The think tanks that they come together in. Right. When they find out, they meditate ways to keep us down. They meditate ways to tap into us as a resource any way that they can, because guess what? So-called slavery of us being in the field, getting beat every day is over with. So guess what? They use every possible way that they can.
Right.
Hey, I'm telling you, they do a lot of digging.
That's right. Hey, officer, the craziest part is they'll fabricate numbers and tell us black people are the minority.
Right.
Black people are the poorest people in the world.
Right. Yeah.
They worthless, whatever. Meanwhile, if you look at the consumer report, we got the 6th, 7th highest spending power amongst all nations.
Facts.
And we don't even have a land that belongs to us.
Right.
Exactly.
And half of us in prison. Imagine if all of us was just out and being regular citizens.
Right.
That shows you.
Hey, that's consumerism too. Go ahead.
Hey, let's go to Micah 2 real quick.
I'll read it out. The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Like we see that this is what they do. Upon their beds, when they sleep in those think tanks, They dream about what they can do to
Right.
destroy us,
Right.
to keep us at the bottom. And we see it manifest in everything that you see today in the world. Whether the Negro is pushed from one community to another, and then all you sell him is he can have all the chicken he want. Of course, he buying it from the white man, right?
Right.
He can have all the chicken he want, but a black dude won't have his own chicken company.
Exactly.
Right. The selling point is, okay, well, we'll put everything you need right here in this community. Just stay here. Don't get out. All right, let's get the last timestamp.
You want to finish on that? Or no?
Is that it on it?
No, I'll finish on
I'm
that.
sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry from the beginning. Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice it.
Right, so when they get up, after they done dream this thing, all the wickedness they can do towards us, they go practice it. They put it in play. They make it a law. They make it a law.
Right.
Yep.
This is what we see today.
Officer, that's crazy because it's really like they not tarrying at all. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they think about it and they come up with that bright idea that's gonna destroy us, they practice it immediately. Like they own it. They can't even wait till the next morning so they can destroy a Negro.
Right, ain't no procrastination with them. They think about it and they make it happen. They manifest what they do. This their world.
Right.
This their world. They manifest it. All right, go ahead.
Studying the buying habits of customers the world over. Here is what sales psychologists have to say about selling to the Negro.
Hey, I'm Russ Ruffino, and if you're a coach, consultant, expert, author, or speaker, I have just one question.
Thank you.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name.
Hey, I want to pause.
They're quick to turn down.
Cut the beat.
You got something to say?
Well, after you.
All right, I just want to bring this point. What did they do to get this Negro to be in this film?
$5.
What did they sell this Negro to be in this damn film?
I'm gonna be real.
Like he's just sitting here
They gave him a free hat right there.
in a suit.
I bet you he don't even know he in the video.
Nah, he know it came
Nah.
out.
They
Back in the day, though.
They recorded him. They said, "Be natural, act like you buying something." That's it.
Dang.
He don't know what the topic behind that was. I guarantee it till later on when it came out.
Damn.
Man, this is why leadership, they always say black people don't actually have an opinion. You think you have an opinion. When you go into the store, you think it's because you like Jordans.
Right.
No, you don't
You saw
like
Jordans. You saw the Jordans 5 miles
Exactly.
before you came. Damn, I want to get some Jordans.
Exactly. Why? Because they put it on the billboard where they know you
Right.
drive, so
Yep.
they know you gonna come to it. This stuff is real. This how you know. Because I worked in retail for some time or whatever, and when Jake come in, the first thing we do, we point him to the Jordans. We point out, hey, you want this, man? Go and try it on, man. Don't play with it. Like they got it in our mind to where it's selling stuff to black people is the easiest thing you can do. All you gotta do is put it in their hand and tell them, bro, hey, yeah, these go with the outfit you got on right now.
Right.
Don't even, hey, it's all you gotta tell them what? Discount.
Right.
I give you my discount.
Hey, or show a picture of another black person wearing them. You
Yep.
got to
Yeah,
think about it.
celebrity.
Like the Bible calls our people sheep. Meaning
Yep.
what? When you
Follow.
see him put blood in his head, he gonna put blood in his head, and she gonna put blood in her
Tell her
head,
gang.
and she gonna buy the shoes. You put some red bottoms on that woman that is a famous artist.
Right.
Now she want red bottoms.
All
Now
right.
she want the Birkin.
Hey, now that's heavy though, cause it's a store called Culture out here in Little Rock.
Right.
Right.
And the dude, like, he got a whole lot of exclusive clothes. And what he do is he always post a celebrity with those same jeans on there. He'll buy a whole bulk to sell, and it just sell out real fast.
Every
That's
time.
called Photoshop.
Damn.
guess
That's what they do. They
And
Photoshop.
guess
he
what?
did a lot
So
of
back,
digging.
So basically, our people are free advertisers. Use Jake
Exactly.
for free advertising.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Christian Dior. Yep,
You
man,
want Dior,
everybody,
you heard the song.
everybody wearing Dior
Hey,
now.
and that's another thing they do. Not only do they show you wearing it, but they gonna sing it in songs. You know what I'm saying? You will never heard of none of this stuff.
Versace?
Yeah, Versace.
Amiri
Hey, whenever
jeans.
they say Versace, now Versace.
True
Now you
Religion
see people wearing
trousers.
Versace.
Right.
We didn't even know how to spell Versace.
Gucci.
Hey, what y'all saying is heavy too, because in the whether it's a movie or what you call it, a music video,
Right.
they don't own the clothes they wearing.
Right.
So what happens is the designer or whoever that's putting the clothes on them, you know,
They
these are
promote
free
that.
clothes.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they take some. We say that, but these are free clothes. They say you put this on and say what you wearing. So now you see this dude got a whole Gucci shoes, Gucci shirt,
Balenciaga.
everything, Gucci everything.
Right.
And next thing you know, that's what selling Negro. It's already advertised. Everybody's seeing it. It's right in front of us. All right, go ahead and finish that.
Off brands. Do you wonder why? Well, listen to what this customer is thinking.
That last hat I bought just didn't hold up at all.
You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands in order to make sure he gets his money's worth. Buying by brand. That's the first important Negro buying habit. Now for the second. The Negro buys good quality merchandise. Symbols of quality and prestige are very important to the Negro customer. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. Listen to her thoughts.
My, isn't it beautiful? I can hardly wait to show it to Sally and Joan.
It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends may think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made. So remember, the Negro buys quality merchandise. That's the second important point. And here's the third thing to remember when selling to a Negro customer. When he specifically asks for one thing, don't try to sell him something else. Don't try to switch him at the point of sale. If you do, he'll probably react something like this.
Doesn't he think I've got the money to pay for it?
There's a reason for this reaction. Again, because he's had experience with cheap merchandise, the Negro resents being offered a substitute. He wants to be sold on quality, not price. The Negro buys by brand, he buys quality, and he doesn't like to be switched at point of sale. These are the keys to selling the Negro customer.
Hey, this the reason why, you know, the money don't stay in the community like that.
Right.
This the reason why
Right.
we are at the bottom of society. One of the reasons, because where's all our money going? You buying it's a white dude I used to go to school with. You know, you see all these people going to school, all the black people we wearing the Jordan, we wearing all the nice stuff. And this dude he got a rich family, he got a nice big home. But guess where he shop at?
Walmart.
That's where he shop.
Goodwill.
He ain't wear. Now he probably got one little nice watch.
Right.
Like a few
Hey,
little
that's-
nice stuff.
now that's one thing
But he
about
ain't going to the store like black people. Oh, I got my check. Now I'm finna go spend $200 on some shoes.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how we think, man. For real.
Now, that's one thing about it. They'll have all the fake, a Walmart brand, all that. They jewelry gonna be real. Negroes, they want to go get what they think real VVS's and all that.
Right.
Come on now, dog. Hey, you put the little Tesla up to it, they be like,
Yeah, the same dude.
Yeah. And then they doing the manufactured diamonds now. Like
Right.
they selling like a lot of these artists right now, they buying it's quote unquote real diamonds, but it's not like in its natural form. It's manufactured. So it's like they really just they made it, they created it and sold it to you for a high $80,000, not knowing that you could have got this same piece for like $20,000 easily.
Stupid. Hey, let's go to Proverbs real quick. Proverbs 3, and the main issue is It's because of the other nations. All right, so let's read that.
Bring it out,
We
bring it
see
out.
the stuff, the selling points and all of this or that, but the real issue is because the other nation got it.
Right.
He made it. Oh, this looks good. That's the swag. Whether it's, even if it's Jordans, we can say, you know, a Negro wearing Jordans, Michael Jordan, this and that. But it's the brand Nike. You know what I'm saying?
And
or it was their brand first.
Right. They the one came up to him and drew the whole design. What do you think about this? And then we're gonna put your logo on it. They the one created that thing.
So watch this.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. His ways is to go, what you call it, flourish and have all the nice. Not saying you can't have nothing nice, but all that super name brands. Look, this is their world. They got the money to spend that.
Right.
You Negroes, you can't even pay your light bill, your water bill.
Right.
But you want to go spend money on crazy stuff like that.
Come on now,
and
dawg.
we got to stop that. We got to stop envying our people. And you think about this, playing the video, you know, this goes right into, it goes kind of into the topic here, because we go against each other because we want to be like them. So you got a shade, a light-skinned brother or sister that's this way.
Right.
Maybe they grew up in this community, or a dark-skinned that grew up in this community. For instance, what's the show where they moved to California? What's that show that's on?
You talking about
Them. What did they? What did the mama want to be like?
She wanted to be like the white one.
She wanted to blend in. She wanted to be like that.
Come on
we
now,
see
Daughter
that.
wanted to be like the little white girl.
Exactly.
And they even made they straighten their hair, and that's like it's all that
They're selling
goes
stuff,
all that
though.
goes together. You know what I'm saying? The straightening of the hair, the blonding, like what they say, blonde is fun or something. Like all that goes together because you're trying to look like your oppressor.
Right. Hey, it's crazy though, because like when we was actually, that's why the scripture says, until thou be destroyed. Like when we was in shackles, they made money off of us. You see what I'm saying? Like they made us work for free,
Right.
all day and night. We picked the cotton. Guess what they did? They made the clothes. Well, they went and sold it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They sold us to the other nations, another plantation. They making money off of us.
Right.
Now, because we've been so manipulated and we can't go nowhere without them, all that free labor, all the clothes and stuff, they still making money off of it, and then they put a name brand on it, and we just go and buy it.
Yeah, they sell you.
Right.
So they basically like, well, nigga, we ain't even got to shackle you up no more.
right.
Right.
Hey, they basically selling you their name. Like
Come
first
on
they
now,
branded
dawg.
their name on you.
Right.
Now I'm selling you my name. Here's my name. You're gonna wear it. You're gonna like it. It's gonna look good to you.
Hey, pull up that next video real quick. I just sent that. This is and the selling point, the seekers of selling Negro has advanced so much in these days.
Right.
Now we broke.
Hey, it kind of this kind of relates to the topic as well. Like you were saying, now they're just selling us the name. It's embedded in us. Same thing like with the colorism. Started way back. Now it's embedded in us.
Right.
Exactly. Hey, go ahead and play that.
With Black Finance, and today we're going to talk about the top 3 reasons why the Black community is so poor and some of the things that we can do to change it. On this channel, we talk about tips and tricks to help you build wealth and become financially savvy. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video. Did I say subscribe already? Yeah, make sure you subscribe. Here are the top 3 reasons why the Black community is so poor. Reason number 1, the Black community is poor because we do not have enough business owners. Most communities, when they come to America, the first thing they do is establish an economic base. They start creating barbershop, grocery stores, they open 7-Elevens, they create retail outlets and restaurants. All the basic amenities that they may need as a community. Some did it because at the time it was difficult to find work in a majority white society. But most because this allowed them to employ members of their community that probably would not go on to receive a higher education and who would otherwise remain unemployed. See, while there were times in American history why black people did focus on building their own business, after integration, most of the efforts were placed on politics and getting a corporate job. While a landscaping business owner or construction business owner could easily make a take home pay well in the six figures, and at the same time employ members of their community, this type of work was replaced by the black professional, who at times make a lot less, sometimes $50,000 or $60,000 a year, and did not employ any members of their community. Also, the black professional and college graduate quickly became more of a status symbol within the black community, kind of making it less likely that people will go out and start their own business.
Hey, you can pause it real quick. Yeah, so in this video, just sum it up. It says while black people poor was going into our bad spending habits, poor spending habits, which resulted in us being poor.
Right.
You know, they selling points allowed us to be poor. And that's crazy. That's what we see now today. We don't have any funds to do certain things because we don't think that way.
And it all goes back to I ain't got to pull the scripture, but like it says in Deuteronomy 28, verse 48, because it was bringing a point about how, you know, now you like black people try to establish a barbershop and all this stuff like that, but they can't really prosper. But you go look on the other end, the other nations, they the one doing it because why? You got to go to them for all these things.
Right.
That's the thing. Because we broke God's commandments ultimately, you know.
Hey, so let's go ahead and get the what do you call it? Let's get the I am not black and Dominican thingy.
Roy. Hey, make sure y'all call in, man.
Hey, so colorism in the black and brown community.
Right.
All right, we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna dive right into it.
That's right.
I want to show this clip pertaining to a Dominican and what we call a Negro, and let's see. All right, and that's not it.
That's not it.
Nah, that's not it. It's on the IT page.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe to the YouTube, and call in. These topics, it's kind of like last week when we went over with the R. Kelly. We ain't had nobody call. Did we have somebody call in?
No.
Ain't nobody called in.
Everybody love R. Kelly, though.
But now I'm saying, like, everybody, when it comes to social media, everybody got something to say.
Right.
They type away.
Right.
But when we tell y'all, like, even the people on the real underground, like, bro, y'all got an opportunity to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Y'all better take advantage.
Right. Hey, let's go ahead and play that real quick.
Actually starting discussions amongst Africans, amongst Caribbeans, amongst African Americans, amongst Black Latinos, when the ones that actually claim their blackness.
The one earring.
Sorry, guys, but some of you guys be like, I know black, I know black, I know black, imposible, I know black, I'm Dominican, I'm Puerto Rican, I know black. Be looking just like me. Be having the same hair. I be touching you like, it's not the same, it's not the same, it's not the same, papi. It's not the same. They try to salsa that shit off. I be like, no, it's not the same. I know black. Negro nunca, nunca. I know no, nunca. I know black. I'm like, no, you black. So no. I know black. Dominica. I go, I know, but you're black. No, papi. I know black. No, black.
Bro. Hey, real quick. Hey, you see that? That colorism, it don't matter where we at.
Right.
You got Dominicans that's definitely black, but they don't think they black.
Right.
Come on now, dog.
That's a big,
Because black is bad.
Right.
Something wrong with being black.
They say black
what is
means
it?
evil. It's evil. And white is pure. So they want to look more white than black. And you know what's crazy? It's a big problem in the Northern Kingdom community. Like when it comes to the Hispanic community, they see, oh, me no negro, no, you negro. You negro, I'm no negro. I'm like, bro, you black. It is what it is. You black. You ain't dark as me, but you are black.
Right.
I hate black pepper.
Exactly. We see that. And we don't understand. Let's go to Genesis real quick.
Right.
Let's see. Everybody started this way. Maybe you over time, you did some dumb stuff, mingling. But watch this.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
It says, God formed man of the dust of the ground.
Right.
What color is the dust of the ground?
Brown.
Brown. Different shades of black, right?
Right.
You black.
Right.
That's where you came from. You didn't come from
But I'm gonna listen. It's
something else.
Right. It's the manipulation. Like we still speaking on the facts of slavery, right? Back to the Willie Lynch. Like it's no difference from a Negro thinking that they are a so-called white man.
Right.
It's the mindset of it. That's why when we was in slavery, like they separated the Northern Kingdom from the Southern Kingdom.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's they understand. Yes, I'm brown skinned. I might be the same color as you. The Arabian people, they are the same color as us. But it's the mindset. It's they know there's a difference. It's us that don't understand. We're the same people.
Right. You made a key point because in slavery, what did they do with the dark-skinned people? They put them in the field.
Right.
What they do with the lighter-skinned people? They put them in the house.
In the house. Right.
It's like they did the same thing with the tribes. It's like I said earlier, divide and conquer.
Right.
Whenever you got the light skin and the dark skin against each other, guess what? You're going to conquer them because they're not going to come together in unison.
Right.
And that's what they did. That's what you said, the crafty council.
Right.
Hey, that's heavy too because we see, and we only think of slavery. When we think of slavery, we only think of the results of what happened here in the United States.
Right.
But slavery was in South America.
Right.
So you still had the same, you dark, you get outside. You light, you get inside.
Right.
And now it's beef between those two.
Right.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
What's crazy though, like the Lord really like stirring up stuff and he forcing us to understand that we're the same. What's going on with the so-called Hispanics?
Bring it out.
And then who entered them into their land? Y'all, you said, you know what? No. The Levites.
The Haitians.
Right. The Haitians. But who led them into their land?
The Hispanics.
The Hispanics. They like, I forgot the president name.
Some of them came from like Cuba and stuff. Some of them would travel months and months, miles and miles to make it to the border here.
Right.
And they was going through this, and the Hispanics was going through the exact same thing. They was putting them in ice, going through the same thing, let you know the Lord like, look, bruh, you know whether you're black, you're light, guess what? Y'all the Israelites, and y'all going through it the same thing. Judah and Ephraim, y'all both are joined together in captivity.
Pressed together.
Let's get that Zephaniah 2:1.
Yes, sir.
Because the same thing is happening to both sides of the kingdom, northern and southern. Everybody trying to cross that border to get to this great horde, a harlot, and Esau ain't letting them in.
Right.
Let's see what the scriptures say.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
That's what God says. The so-called blacks and Hispanics, dark skin, light skin, you're supposed to gather together because either way it go, when you get pulled over, the police gonna say you a black man. The same thing they gonna say to me.
Right.
We're gonna get the same ticket. We're gonna end up paying the same fine.
Right.
Exactly.
So what's the point of saying, oh, you team this, you team that?
Right.
Haitians ain't getting over. The Hispanics ain't getting over. Y'all gonna take that oppression together until we get right. That's just what it is.
Exactly. Just like how y'all get shot down, we get shot down. It's the same thing. Both of us going through it.
Because they believe that it's more about a color thing. It's not. It's who we are. You know what I'm saying? It's the spirits.
It's an Israelite thing.
It's an Israelite thing.
Exactly.
It's not about the color. You know what I'm saying? Because we got Northern Kingdom you would be thinking they're a so-called white man. Right? So it's not about that. It's a spiritual thing. Your spirit is at war with the enemy from the very beginning.
Right.
Well, we got Northern Kingdom, you would think they black.
Hey,
Facts.
They are black.
They are black.
Hey,
y'all saying a key point because, like, even us as Israelites, you got to make sure that we ain't stirring that same pot that we learned in slavery.
Right.
Because you got these new brothers coming in. Some might be a little light. And guess what? Now because we learned that Christ is dark as night, now you like, oh, well, you too light. You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem with some of these other groups.
Brown paper bag challenge.
Right.
Come on now,
Right.
dog.
So
Hey,
Go ahead, officer.
Okay.
What?
Can I get a scripture? Jeremiah. Jeremiah,
33.
He pulled my script. 50 and verse. You got it.
No, you
I'll
straight.
read it.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, The children of Israel and the children of Judah.
The children of Israel and the children of Judah, meaning the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. You got the so-called blacks, Jamaicans, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, all of them.
Cubans.
Come on.
Were oppressed together.
Were what?
Oppressed together.
The scripture says what it says. They was oppressed together.
Right.
Come on.
And all that took them captives.
So we all was held captive by the same person.
Right.
But what did they do? When we got held captive here, they said, okay, we're going to separate them niggas. We're going to put them, yes, them niggas, because we all so-called niggas.
Right.
We're going to put them niggas over there and call them Hispanics, change
Right.
their language a little bit.
Right.
We're going to put them niggas up that way. Same thing. Come on.
Held them fast. They refused to let them go.
And that's what's going on today.
Right.
Hey, you
What
made
is-
a
That's right.
You made a key point. You said them niggas. Remember, so-called African Americans are the only ones that's called by these different bywords and terms that's put up on us. You know, they called you porch monkeys. They called you what? I don't know, tar babies. Maybe it's just the dark skin. But you know what I'm saying? You got all these different
Knuckle busters. I think it was somebody said.
they call them all different type of names. It's even the Puerto Ricans. They had different names on them. Wetbacks.
Right. Frijolero.
I'm telling you,
Beaner.
Beaner. They call us like these the type of names. They let you know. Look, at the end of the day, you a nigga, or the same, or something of that nature.
Right.
You is nothing but a byword, a term to them.
Wow.
Guess what? It transitioned right over to us and how we deal with each other.
Dang.
Exactly.
That's what we're gonna go into today, though.
Let's go into it.
Right. Hey, let's get that video of colorism still a problem. Let's see the sister's viewpoint of this.
Surprised that nobody called in yet. They might not know the number. 1-833-878-7234 extension 7. Call, give your 2 cents on this topic
I
right
don't think
here.
they know the extension.
Extension 7. Call us, man. Hit us up.
All praises. Let's go ahead and play this.
Is colorism still a problem? Kim, what do you think about that? Do you think colorism is a problem? Is still a problem?
I think it is still a problem. I think it's getting better, much better. But it's among us. You know, that's the. And it is, and that becomes from the very beginning of time, because when, you know, we had the light-skinned people in the house, and the darker you are, the further you are in the field. So yeah, that was ingrained in us. So we're not that many generations away. I think it's getting better now, like the sister with no hair, and this one right here, dark chocolate, and you see all these beautiful colors, and we're embracing each other. You know, my mother, I thought she was white till I was 9 years old. That's a problem. And then one day I went home, I was like, "You white, mama?" And then she cussed me out like she was black, so then I knew that she was a black woman. And my father is very dark, you know? So I had all these different shades in my family, but we never in our family said like, "Oh, you light skin, you brown skin." We never had that in our family. But outside and in the community, we have it. I went to Fisk University, and they would say, "Oh, you can't run from Miss Fisk," or "You too light," or "You can't." I was like, "Too light? What's happening here? I'm at a black college."
It's us, though. It's us. I'm telling you.
We do it to us.
Yeah, it's us. And remember, I was saying earlier, we can't expect people to do what we have not figured out how to do ourselves. I have a father that is blonde hair and blue eyed. So what he would always tell me how the difference in them.
What?
What was that look?
I apologize.
You know what that
They all was like, hold on, wait.
Hey, we ain't even had officer shot over here.
Did y'all see the face of all them ladies? Oh, I have a daddy that's blonde hair, blue eyes. They was like, what? Hold on, wait a minute.
Wait
They was like, hold on, wait. Then you get your white. Get your
why is she on there?
Hey, that's part of the problem, though. Because guess what? They don't know her daddy could be a black man with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Right.
But they looking at, "Oh, you ain't black enough." Hey.
That's
crazy.
Remember, Bob Marley ain't Israel.
Right.
Cameron Diaz is Israel.
Right.
Right.
Bella Thorne, Israel.
Hey, what Tia and Tamara, they not
they
Israel.
Esau.
Right,
They not
Tia and
Israel.
Tamara.
Hey, this brother to me hurt. Lauren London.
Lauren London.
She
She is
Brother
an
sad
Edomite.
about that one. J-Lo, she not Israel.
Hey, LMA, Esau.
LMA is not Israel. Damn.
I didn't even know that. Y'all just told me some little brothers over there. Oh! Oh, no.
Hey. Prince is not Israel.
Oh,
Got him.
bring it out.
Got him.
I don't know.
Hey, why you hurt him like that?
Got him.
Hey, bro.
And we might have to fact check that one, too.
Brothers like,
Yeah, I got to fact check that. I
Yeah,
ain't
fact
know
check
that.
it all you want to.
Michael Jackson.
Nah, it is like he's dead, baby.
Hey, ain't that girl off
Hey.
the Cosby Show Esau, too?
Which one?
The
Olivia?
light one, the real
you
light
talking
one.
about
The light-skinned daughter.
Yeah.
Talking about Olivia.
Yeah, she
Talking about Raven Simone.
Lydia.
no, Raven
No.
Simone, she Israel.
Brother, one Lisa Bonet, but Lisa
Oh,
Bonet.
my bad. I thought you said the Cosby Show.
Hey, y'all, real quick. Hey, we're going to go to a quick break, and we're going to come back.
Bring it on.
We actually going to dive into the cartoons and how they play the tricks on the minds of our youth.
That's gonna be good.
You know, because the cartoons really, you know, the white man wise.
Just TV
Right.
in general.
Facts.
Just TV in general. But when they can start hitting that youth, that's when they really can get
Right. Guess what they
change
did?
a lot of the image, the light against the brown, whatever they may push out there, something in that sense, and they can destroy us that way.
They
And
did,
now
a lot,
we
they
hate
did a lot
each
of
other.
digging. They did a lot of digging.
A lot of digging.
All right, we're going to take this break.
We're going to take
quick,
this
y'all.
real quick break. All right.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
Simo on the track.
Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl. I love you from your feet all up to your curls. And you know I need you in my world. And I'ma give you everything you deserve. Beautiful brown skin girl. 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 I love you from your feet all up to your curls. And you know I need you in my world. And I'ma give you everything you deserve. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl. Come and give your soul to me. Mommy, your skin like gold to me. Your love come give it all to me. Feeling powerful when your love come take a hold of me. Yeah. I need you in my life. When something's wrong, somehow you always make it right. Mommy, you always on my mind. On top of that, you living for the most high. It's about how you move, how you walk. And I can tell you not a fool how you talk. Modest apparel, you ain't showing nothing off. No, you beautiful like a jewel on my arm. I'm happy that he brought you in my life, so I got to thank the most high. Now that I found you and he gave you to me, I guess it's time to make you my wife. When I'm not around, you think about you day and night. It ain't hard to see you, cause you always shine your light. I can tell you righteous by the way you live your life. I tell you do something, never had to tell you twice. So happy that he brought you in my life, so I got to thank the most high. Don't let him fool you, cause he choose you to be one of the greatest gifts of all time. Because you are beautiful brown skin girl. I love you from your feet all up to your curls. And you know I need you in my world. And I'ma give you everything you deserve. Beautiful brown skin girl. and I'ma give you everything you deserve. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl. Beautiful brown skin girl.
Yes, sir.
And we black.
Yeah, we back.
I didn't do this stuff.
We back with Let's
Talk
Talk
True.
True. Hey, all praises. So we about to dive into, I don't think I wanted more on that. They pretty much was going into the same thing with the sisters, but I wanted to hit this one with the kids.
Right.
Of what we grew up on as a youth. You know, some
Right.
of these shows we were watching, and we didn't see it like that, but it was
course.
implanted in our minds,
Right. It's
and
subtle.
manifested later on in life.
It's subtle. Now that we know, now that, you know what I'm saying, we think about stuff in a different way. We notice how they would just subtly put, like right now, like with the whole alphabet agenda. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now they subtly just sliding that into the TV shows. You're not really paying attention, but then you kind of like, damn, they went a little far on that. They was doing the same thing to us with the colorism thing coming up. You
Right.
finna see though when you see this video. Y'all got it queued up?
So like, but you right with that, because like whenever they put it in as subtle, you know, when you go to school, you see our people all the time talking about each other. Cause why? They seen these things from TV. You'll see
Right.
the light skinned girl get on the black skinned girl.
Right.
You learn that from TV, and guess what? It manifests when you go to school. That's why
Right.
you seen those. These
burn
Right,
biscuit.
right.
I used to say
Nobody
those.
wanted
Yeah.
nobody wanted the dark skin. Went off for 3LW. Brothers then started admitting Kelly Rowland bad until later on in life.
Hey.
It was all Beyonce and the other one. That one ain't even
Why
fake.
they say
Well,
At
she
one
ain't
point,
even
at
cute.
one point in
What's the other
time,
one?
dark skin was not
She
in
was a
style.
fake
Then
one.
it just went
She
into-
wasn't even a
She was
real
a
one.
fake one for sure. What is her name?
I don't even know her. Nobody knows her.
Nobody knows.
I want to get a
Nobody knows the
scripture
other
first.
one.
Let's go to Proverbs 22:6. Let's read that first, because the Bible tells us how to groom the kids, right? It shows us how we must train the kid up. So read what you got for me.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
Uh-huh.
And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
And when he is old, he would not depart from it.
Right.
So what has happened was that, well, it is that the Esau, the Edomites, the white man, they teaching your kids.
Program.
They training your kids.
Program.
You not training them, because what you do is you
Put it.
you
put
give
that
them
right
the
in front of-
remote,
right?
they turn on the TV
Or a device.
and then they're being taught. So the ways they growing up is, okay, you don't look good, but you look good.
Right.
Or you bougie.
Right.
This is the cool guy.
Exactly.
So that now it's flip flop, because that's what they show on TV. If white is right and black is wrong, that's what they
Right.
show.
Come on
And the
now,
kids
dog.
are being taught or trained by another nation. It's not been trained by you telling them to love your shade of black or brown or whatever it is. Love that shade.
Right.
Because we all the same.
They don't teach that.
That's
they don't
right.
teach that to their people. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau comes red and redder.
Red,
you know what I'm
green,
saying?
blue, pink.
So it's like they don't teach that. Oh, pale white is worse than freaking. I mean,
No.
red-
This is
red.
what Esau teaches. They teach that any shade of black, whether it's light
Is wrong.
or lighter or whatever it is, they wrong.
Right.
It's
You
whack.
better than them.
Black is
But
whack.
we fight against our shades, but not knowing that all of our shades are better than anybody else on this earth.
That's right.
And we got to see that. Let's go ahead and play it.
Hey guys,
Wait, we
welcome back to my
starting at,
channel. If you need some
Starting at.
Hey,
real-
hey, look, what you were saying though about what their kids be teaching them. I don't know if I told somebody this, but y'all remember that week I had to stay out in Missouri, and I ain't come on that weekend. So I was in Walmart, and I was packing up. I was getting some little Sabbath meals.
Right.
And I was walking down the aisle. It was this little white boy in a buggy with his grandma.
Right.
I walked by. He said, "Hey, bad man." That's what he said to me.
Come on, man.
I wanted to flip the whole damn buggy, bro. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like in my head. I'm like, and then she going, hey, don't say that. He learned it from you.
She taught him
don't
that.
play.
For sure. Or his mama did. Bad man.
Hey, bad man. The hell, I'm on the same. I'm shopping with y'all.
Hey, go ahead and play this.
In a two-parent household, which is very rare to see not only on Disney Channel but in TV in general. So the show displayed a young girl named Penny Proud, who was played by Kyla Pratt, basically going through her coming-of-age stories, learning about peer pressure, listening to her parents, and the amount of things that come with that. Boys, drama, all that fun stuff. So it was a really good representation and just showing exactly what it's like growing up, especially as a black girl. But like I said, although it was a really good show that showed representation, there also was a lot of ignorance displayed on the show, and I'm going to be breaking that down now with you guys because I want to get into this because I love the Proud family, but I definitely noticed a lot of ignorance, okay? So let's get straight into this. So one aspect of the show that the Proud family definitely displayed a lot of was colorism. Now, if you don't know what colorism is, I've discussed this in previous videos. Colorism is the discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. In particular, the character Dejanay experienced lots of colorism and how she was typecasted on the hit series.
Dejanay. I know Dejanay.
I know a Dejanay. She act like that.
You gotta. That's where it started. The name, right?
Dejanay.
So you mean to tell me they went. That's how you know
Bonquisha?
Esau study us, first of all.
Right.
'Cause this ain't no black show. This is black people in the show, but it ain't no black show.
And look how they got her dressed. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you
Ain't
look,
her belly out?
like you got her belly out, and then it shows she have hatred. This show
got the
came on
blonde hair
back
in her
in
head, too.
this show came on back in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? She already she's a teenager with blonde hair in her head.
Right.
That wasn't even really a thing, but they already trying to push it to let you know that she already has self-hatred on herself as a dark-skinned woman.
All right, let's go ahead and play that.
They displayed Dejanay as being obnoxious, desperate, selfish, overweight, having lots of siblings, basically a lot of negative stereotypes that are displayed towards dark-skinned black women in the black community and even outside of our community. Penny Proud, the main character, was seen as more of an attractive and acceptable black character. She had lighter skin tone, she had long hair, and she was what was acceptably cute. Dejanay has several siblings who are misbehaved. Her mother is not in the household, so it could be interpreted that her mother has to work multiple jobs to take care of the kids, and maybe her father isn't present. So Dejanay having to watch her siblings is a very negative stereotype that is shown inside the black community. Although it is prevalent, it's not the norm all the time in a lot of black households, but it is a norm that is seen on national television. And they also had a bunch of names as spices, which could be seen as comedic relief, but also it's like, I don't know. In a lot of families that are in predominantly poor areas, specifically black people, that's a stereotype. Mercedes, Bentley, Porsche, so many different types of names. So naming her children after spices was a little bit much, but it could be seen as just comedic relief or not. But I think since it is Dejanay's character, it is seen as the opposite. So aside from Dejanay, there also were the Grove sisters. So the Grove sisters were seen.
Hold on, wait. They said the kids was named after spices. Y'all gotta catch that, like, bro. The kids, your kid name is Dejanay. You got mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying? Himalayan. You know what I'm saying? Paprika.
Come on, man.
Wait, mayonnaise? Why is that one?
Hey, condiments
That's
too.
not a spice. Oh, okay, got it.
Condiments too.
Condiments.
Mayonnaise.
I know your name.
Yeah,
Hey,
play
but
that.
Dude probably got a cousin named Mayonnaise. Go ahead.
Oh man,
As mean girls, criminal. They bullied. They are very aggressive, and they were.
Go back
we
like
gotta
15
touch on
seconds.
this.
gotta,
Why they let the BDs in the door?
And
They
they
let the
criminals.
BDs in the door.
Hey, we about to. Nah, we ain't gonna do that.
Hey,
Oh,
look,
man.
put
This
us on,
is-
put
this
us on. Look.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I gotta touch this real quick. It's like, oh boy, he said, bad man. Look at these ashy ones. They the darkest. They criminals.
Right.
they the bullies. Am I right?
They menaces.
Huh?
Right. They some delinquents.
They little delinquent. They menaces. What was they
hitters.
called again? I forgot.
I think she about to say it
the-
real quick.
The girl sisters.
No. Gross sisters.
The Grove
The
sisters.
Gross sisters.
She got to
Grove
say it.
sisters.
Play the video.
But it could be seen as just comedic relief or not, but I think since it is Dejanay's character, it is seen as the opposite. So aside from Dejanay, there also were the Gross sisters. So the Gross sisters were seen as mean girls, criminals, they bullied, they are very aggressive, and they were always the shade blue. Now, me personally, when I watched them, I thought they were blue because it just distinctly showed how they had no color to them because they were just so mean. But come to find out, the reason why they were blue was because they were ashy. Now, that could also be another form of comedic relief, but I don't know. If y'all know black people, you guys know that the joke of black people being ashy, because ash shows on us a little bit more vividly than it does on lighter skin tones.
That's why your
So
mama-
for them to be completely blue because they are ashy just did not sit right with me at all. And then we have La Cienega. La Cienega is
La Cienega Boulevard is.
But they showed us, you see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Me as a child, you know, I'm a dark-skinned guy. You see ashy black on TV. How that make you? How you think that make other kids feel? Ash, you don't know.
That's
you don't know
blue
they
black.
gonna-
That's blue black.
Hey, bro, hey, I've been called blue black
And ashy
and
black.
purple
And Burple.
and purple. You know what I'm
They
saying?
was ashy black devils, them three.
You said, hey, burnt
The gross-
biscuit.
the
Nah, I ain't been called
gross.
that. I ain't no burnt biscuit.
Burnt cookie.
Right.
Yeah.
Who called you that?
Hey, you what they call you? A burnt pizza?
No, I ain't called. Hey,
A burnt
colorism.
pizza.
I'm sorry.
Colorism. I'm experiencing it right now. Right now.
Nah, this is real talk though.
We gonna get canceled, bro.
Right.
Damn. Hey, Nick. Hey, let's play it, man.
Hey, God is black.
That's
God is
rude.
black.
God is black.
I'm
and Christ is
Christ-like.
black.
Hey, before we dive into that, I want to get into Willie Lynch real quick.
Right,
Because
right. Go
what we
ahead, do
seeing is it manifested on TV now.
Right.
Now that's why we see a lot of this. Let's read that.
So this is the speech that was delivered by a white slave owner, William Lynch, on the banks of the James River in 1712. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes.
Use
Hey,
envy.
Envy. That's heavy right there.
It is.
Right.
Go
Right.
ahead. What you about to say?
I was as soon as you read that, I just thought of like, because that's what we diving into the light skin and dark skin, right? Your ass in the house all day.
Right.
In the AC.
Facts.
Right.
All you gotta do is cook and prep and make the table and
Right.
run bath water.
Facts.
I'm out in the field, bro.
No, he in the field.
Yo, you ain't in the
He
field.
in the field.
I'm
Come
a dang
on, you would have been in the house with me.
I would have been everywhere. I would have been.
Today you in the house, tomorrow you in
You
the
would been
field.
in the
That's how-
house today.
Hey, kick me out.
Outside
At
tomorrow.
wintertime,
back
I
in
would
the
have been outside. In the summer, I would have been out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you just said the same
house.
thing.
What did he say?
Okay.
I'm confused.
And finish this real quick.
These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South. Take this simple little list of differences and think about them. On top of my list is age, but it is there only because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. There is intelligence, size, sex, size, plantation, status on plantation.
So we noticed that in the Willie Lynch letter, he said it was age. He started with age.
Because it started with A.
Right. So now you got the, what'd you about to say? Now you got the young kids. You could see the young kids like, damn, you got the black one out there in the back, in the outside, looking in. And he said it was envy, so he's just looking in the house, looking at a young kid that's light, having fun, playing with the white girl,
Right.
playing with the white boy. That's what we see. That was pushed then. Keep going.
Size plantations.
And it said, hold on, go back up. It says color or something. It said what?
Color or shade.
Color or shade. Now they separating them. We see that. You got to stay in the outhouse. You can stay in the basement in the house.
Come on now, dog.
Keep going.
There is intelligence, size, sex, size plantations, status on plantation, attitude of owners, whether the slave.
Hold on. It says status of plantation.
Exactly.
That's a heavy thing right there.
Facts.
Because when you in the house, you got I'm the butler.
The trustee.
Who that, I'm surprised, and this is sidebar, when we watched Django.
Right, the trustee.
How the hell he get his back ass in the house.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry.
Hey, no,
I
hey,
went
no,
off the
that
color.
nigga on that You know why he got in there though?
He was a trustee.
He was a
Snitch on him.
trustee.
No, right.
Exactly.
Hakuna Matata.
He was the right hand man.
He was one of those dudes. You know. What's that movie we watched? The dude, what you gonna do?
Them.
He was one of those.
What you gonna?
He was one of those. He was a coon.
Right.
A coon.
My gums,
but they black. But it says status, so we see that the butler, whether it was the maid or the one that watched the babies, those were the ones that had the status.
Right.
So now it was separation between those and the ones that was picking the cotton the whole time.
Right.
Or the tobacco. And that's what we see. Keep going.
Attitude of owners. Whether the slaves live in the valley, on the hill, east, west.
I'm sorry. Go
Right.
back to this point right here.
Status on plantation.
The sex part.
Size, sex.
I want to see something. You got to think about this sex, right? So when dealing with sex, if you mess with a light nigga, most likely you ain't gonna. They ain't gonna be like the white man can't say, well, that's not. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my baby or whatever the case may be. Then maybe it was something. Maybe you have sex or maybe that's his baby. But if it was a dark baby, a dark woman, you know. You know what I'm saying? They could try to get away, well, that's the light nigga baby right there. He in the house, that's his baby.
Right.
Nah, you messed around with this dark one, and guess what? That shade a little lighter now.
Right.
So they even influence it with the sex. Keep going.
You got size plantations. Status on plantation. Attitude of owners. Whether the slaves live in the valley, on the hill, east, west, north, south, have fine hair, coarse hair, or is tall or short. Hey, we still tripping it to this day about who lived where, what side of town, this side of all that.
Right.
Same thing was dealt with
Same
back
thing.
in Willie Lynch.
It's crazy, like being from North Little Rock, and then going to middle school and high school in Little Rock.
Right.
There is no difference. It ain't no difference between the spirits, the people, stuff like that. It's just they want to try to be against each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Only difference is the neighborhood.
Right.
That's it. It's the hood.
Hey, and then we got the hair situation. The hair.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He Rubenite, he got the good hair over here. You know what I'm saying? Then you got us, we look rough as
Right,
hell.
my shit
We look
I got this Brillo.
No. Come on this side of that's the good hair right here.
Nah,
Good hair. That's the good hair right
That's
there.
not a doctrine. This is the problem.
What's the doctrine? What's the problem? What's the problem?
You like
'Cause
Drake?
remember, dark skin, bro. We come in all hair textures, colors,
Right.
all that.
Right?
Right.
Israelites.
Hey, but
Exactly.
hey,
All right, go ahead. Is that it on that?
No, that's not it. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy is stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. It
Envy
says,
is stronger. Come on.
the black slave, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands.
dang,
And where we at now?
still doing the
Damn.
same.
So they
Hundreds
were
of years later.
Right. So they were indoctrinated, and now it's still going.
Right
They
now.
trained us,
Right.
trained us up, and now we still got the train going.
Exactly.
Right.
Damn. That's crazy.
We gotta break the cycle. You
We
know what
have
I'm
to
saying?
break it.
And it start with these type of topics right here. But the heaviest point, you know what I'm saying? Well, how is it's gonna work only by, like I was saying earlier, by us actually understanding who we are. Because we brought out everybody was black at one point. Same thing. Remember, the Arabian man right now, he's the same color as us, if not be darker. But he's not us.
Exactly. That you saying so. Hey, go to Amos real quick, chapter 3. You got to see this as well, because if we stay divided, talking about the light shade against the dark shade, the caramel against the milk chocolate, or whatever the case may be, we're never going to be with all the support of that nation to gathering together. We have to have the same mindset. We got to be on one accord. Watch this.
The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Right. So if we're not on one accord, if we don't agree, we're not going to walk together.
Right.
You can't say, let's come together. We can rise up. We can change things when you can't even put down aside. She light skinned. Oh, she thinks she better than me. Right. She dark skinned. Oh, she thinks she tougher. Whatever the case may be. Right. If you can't put that aside, we can't come together. Right. Yep. And that's simple.
Yep. Hey, can we get that Mark chapter 3?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Get that in Mark 3. You can read verse 25. Because like the scriptures say, 2 is better than 1, and the threefold cord is not easily broken. Mm-hmm. Meaning what? When we're together, we're stronger.
Right.
But let's see how it is when we divide
The book of Mark, chapter 3 and verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
This is what tends to happen with us. We divided against ourselves, and that's why we can't stand. That's why we can't come together and build in our communities, because if you try to move over here and you lighter than the next person, oh, well, now you're not black enough to stay over here. Right. They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, something like that. So now we divide in all these different ways when God said we must come together and not divide if we want to build and grow, like the officer brought out.
That's right. Exactly. All praises. Hey, you can finish it off, officer.
Don't forget, you must pitch the old black male versus the young black male, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light-skinned slaves. Damn. And the light-skinned slaves versus the dark-skinned slaves. Wow. You must use the female versus the male and the male versus the female. You must also have your white servants and overseers distrust all blacks. But it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust only us. Look at this right here. Light skin versus dark skin. But all the white people need to make sure they don't trust you no matter what. If you brown, you're not trusted.
Right.
That's why we covering stuff like this. You gotta understand that out there in the world, the problems that come from this type of thing, like it's coming from a Willie Lynch mindset. It's coming from what they put on you. But we follow behind this thing like that's something that this is what we do.
Right.
You know, it is funny. It has comical relief to it, but it's not accurate. You see what I'm saying? Because it was put into our minds to be this way, but we've adopted it like it's our own. We always do that because we discontinue from our daggone heritage. But there was one woman on one of the things we didn't get, one of the videos. She said, colorism, it's based off of stereotypes more than accuracies. Now we all know technically, you know what I'm saying, there's things that do fall in place with certain skin tones. Right. But that's because that's going to happen. There's so many people in the world. Those little details that you say that light-skinned people do and dark-skinned people, this and that, it's going to happen. But that's Willie Lynch.
Right.
On every level, joking or not, it's Willie Lynch.
That's
100%,
right.
no matter what it is. We got to love each other for who we are because we're the same. We're the 12 tribes of Israel. So you Willie Lynch if you on that.
This video going to go into some more of those stereotypes as well.
Right.
I don't know if you want to get some more on it.
Yeah, we can go continue playing it. Just to know this, the separation of the colors was pushed by a white man.
Exactly.
And he taught his people to hate us.
Facts.
He taught us to hate us and his people to hate us. It's their plot. Go ahead and let's play this. Continue. And go back a little bit so we can get. All right.
Because they're ashy, just did not sit right with me at all. And then we have La Cienega. La Cienega is a Hispanic character on the show, but she's seen as sexy and spicy. However, La Cienega actually is like the worst character on the show in my opinion. She's just as obnoxious and annoying as Dejanay is, except she's seen as spicy and more acceptable. The only negative trait that was pointed towards La Cienega was her big feet. But it also makes people believe, like, why is that La Cienega is spicy and the cute girl, but then Dejanay
Bruh, what were those?
La Cienega was her big feet. But it also makes people believe, like, why is that La Cienega is spicy and the cute girl, but then Dejanay, who acts very similar to La Cienega, and La Cienega is just as selfish as Dejanay's character is. Why is that Dejanay's character is seen in more of a negative light versus La Cienega? Colorism? I don't know, maybe. So another aspect of colorism, stereotypes, and racism was also...
We see that today. Like, let me see one. Like, I compare like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
Right.
They the same people, just a different shade. Right. But they separate them. They make it seem like they different. Right. They still black at the end of the day. They still, she talk this, they don't do that little, all that little weird shit Cardi B be doing.
They dress alike.
They dress alike, they act alike, they still hoes in the industry, all that stuff.
Right.
Hey, go play it.
When it came to love interest. So we saw a lot of the times Sugar Mama, who was Penny Proud's grandmother, chasing after Pappy, who was a Hispanic man. She constantly was chasing him, but he never wanted her back, and he would constantly just respect her, but she would keep coming on back. So I think that definitely continues to feed into the negative stereotype that black women have to constantly chase after men of different races, or even black men as well, in order for them to like them. Dejanay represents this very well. So when it comes to Sticky, another young character on the show, Dejanay is constantly chasing after Sticky, but he keeps pushing her away because he does not want her back. Once again, Dejanay keeps coming on back, and it's showing once again that black women have to really fight for love or get a man to really want them. I just don't think that's very good for impressionable young girls who are looking at this and then seeing it possibly reflecting in their real lives. So along with there being colorism, stereotypes, and racism displayed in the show many times, there also is a slight amount of misogyny. So Trudy, who happens to be a light-skinned black mother, although that is the case, she also is seen as a very strong black representative for black women. She is a veterinarian, she takes care of her kids at home, she constantly gives Trudy the best advice, and she's also the breadwinner in the family. However, Oscar tends to say some very misogynistic
skip ahead a little bit to the next show example. Okay, we got it. Proud Family was a colorist. All right, cool. Let's see where else we did this. This must not. Keep going.
They was about to say something about Oscar not having money.
Yeah, it's gonna say Oscar is a broke black man.
Hey, go back to that image.
Woman, young woman, because she is only about 14 years old. So I also want to get into Oscar again a little bit. So although I did think that Oscar did say very misogynistic comments towards Trudy, I also think that they displayed Oscar very poorly as well, as him being a dark-skinned black man. Oscar is one character that is also seen as comedic relief. However, they definitely display him as a failure, okay? So Penny's father, Oscar, is seen as a business failure, lazy, and arguably irresponsible on the show, and it is displayed on several episodes. So many of the dark-skinned black characters on the Proud Family were seen in negative light. So in my opinion, Dejanay and...
Hey, officer, can you read that that one part again about the sex difference?
So it says, the second is color or shade. There is intelligence, size, sex.
And sex, meaning it's a difference between the male and the female. So with this project that Willie Lynch ended up starting, they automatically said, okay, because the man is supposed to be the provider, the breadwinner, right? But he said, you know what, we're gonna have to change all of that up, because when a man destroyed, the household is destroyed. So if you bring it up to today, you got a whole lot of more women that go to college, actually graduate and then pursue with the whatever they went to school with, actually have a business. While the male, it's hard for him to keep a job. He in and out of jail. He's selling drugs. So guess what? Whenever he decides to say, you know what, I'm gonna do right, now your background all messed up. So it's a constant cycle over and over. And the woman's still straight though. Right. But this is supposed to be your lady, so you having to stay up with her, but you can't provide.
Right.
That's what this project is talking about. That's what they portraying in their cartoon.
Hey, so that was that last video was an example of cartoons. We also got another video that's more of an example when it comes to TV shows. You know what I'm saying? Like big sitcoms and stuff where you see colorism. IT, can y'all pull that one up? I just posted it in a group. It started at 5:25.
Make sure y'all call in. Y'all got something y'all need to speak on. Because colorism is heavy in this community.
Like.
Right. No.
But yeah. So started at 5:25 because colorism, it wasn't just displayed on your cartoons and stuff like that, but it was also displayed on the shows. No, start at 5:25.
No, that's it. Let's play.
You can start there.
This one comes as no surprise, My Wife and Kids. So My Wife and Kids was a sitcom that ran on ABC from
Everybody's favorite
2001
show
to
right here.
2005, starring Damon Wayans as Michael Kyle, the patriarch of the family with a wife, 2 daughters, and a son. Claire was the oldest daughter and was played by Jazz Ray Cole in season 1. That's the girl on the left. Her character was a friendly preteen who went through typical growing pains. But by season 2, we saw a completely new Claire. Jennifer Freeman replaced Jazz Ray Cole in season 2, and Claire went from a 12-year-old to a 14-year-old, and her personality noticeably changed as well. The new Claire was airheaded, naive, very desirable, ditzy, and harmless. Now, I did read somewhere that Jazz Ray Cole, her mom, was actually the one that took her out of the show. However, I just think they could have kept the same momentum. Like, you already had a dark-skinned girl, like, why not get another dark-skinned girl? But let's be honest, there is a trend of black families in the media. You know, you have the light-skinned mom, you have the brown or dark-skinned dad, you have the 2 ambiguous daughters, and the unambiguous son. Like, that's usually the equation. Now, speaking of swiping out dark skins for light skins, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air aired originally on ABC from 1990 to
Pause it
1996.
real quick.
So we have...
So this is heavy what they're showing because they're swapping out characters, right? From a dark to a light. Now, we see that. Now, I remember, especially with the Will Smith show, when I see him, like, what the hell, where'd she go?
Right.
Like, what happened to this dark mama that was smooth? And then they pop in a light-skinned mama.
Right, they did
and
that.
And we see that, we're like, damn, this really happened. For us now to see it, it's like they really doing something. They want to push the light agenda. They want to separate us.
Right.
They want to say, this is better, this is that.
Right.
When we see
hell is this?
all the shades here, it's good.
Right.
Like
It's crazy because like you said, you would think that they would try to, well, like she was saying, you would think that they would be trying to get it. Why not just get another dark skin lady? Or,
Right,
like,
fill it in, right.
So it's like, even with movies, like they'll get a stuntman that looks like you, so they won't see there's a difference because they want it to be like it's the same person.
Right, it makes sense, right.
It makes sense. But
Right.
now you done switched a whole nother person.
Whole different personality.
Right.
You just brought up, like, he
Whole
just.
different shade.
Right.
And then they changed, like you said, a whole different personality. Like they said at that time, it's a trend.
Right.
Like even nowadays, you look at it now, these women don't even be all the way, like what we call black women. They typically use women that got a white father and would probably got a black mother to
I
make
see
them
what
look
you're
like it. So that way now, you know what, we ain't really getting we getting a what we call what they call mulatto skin tone to try to die out that dark look.
Right.
Damn.
Hey, and that personality thing is real too. Like they was talking about on the Proud Family, stuff like that. If you remember, the dark-skinned Aunt Viv, she had a few moments where she had to take earrings off and snap fingers and have moments like that. You know what I'm saying? But you never saw that from the light-skinned
The other one,
Aunt
she was
Viv.
all, yeah.
Right. Then on the My Wife and Kids, the little young girl, they made her a little bit more fast. Fast is a better word. She was just a little 12-year-old. I don't remember being too much, but she was a little fast more so. Now, Claire had her fastness, but she seemed harmless, like the girl said, because she had that ditziness. She was an airhead.
Right.
See what I'm saying? But she was sneaking boys in the crib and all that too, so a little thought pocket.
In other words, dark skin is crazy, light skin is dumb.
Exactly.
Dang.
Exactly. That's funny.
That's crazy.
Play that.
Vivian Banks, who is the wife, was played by Janet Witten and Daphne Reed. Once again, very obvious character and personality changes. Dark skin on Viv was what you call a strong
that's the difference
black
right there.
woman.
Who's the real
in a good
Aunt
way,
Viv?
because I know some people think being a strong black woman is not a good thing, but she was a strong black mom in a good way. She was very active in educating her children. Dark skin Aunt Viv just had this air about her where she was not to be fucked with, okay? But she was still personable at the same time. In my opinion, light skin Aunt Viv, she seemed more, she didn't have that same oomph that dark-skinned Aunt Viv had, and I don't think it's because she's light-skinned. They probably wanted someone who had less oomph, you know what I'm trying to say? And also what I heard was behind the scenes, dark-skinned Aunt Viv, she was a little diva. So they definitely wanted someone who could get along with the cast more, someone I guess who was nicer, you know? But once again, why not keep the same momentum? You have this iconic dark-skinned mom, why not keep the same momentum? So now we have Miss Hillary Banks. Hillary was known for being bougie, airheaded, fashionable, and desirable to most men. So she was the stereotypical TV light-skinned daughter. We're living single in the 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girl. Keep your head on what? I know a lot of y'all on here is real young and y'all probably don't know half of these shows. But listen, you know, the media is not perfect. Like, look at the media that we have today, right? The shit ain't perfect. So I don't want y'all to not watch these shows. Some of these shows have really great messages about black family, etc., etc. But you know, just like in today's media, some of the shit is colorist. Living Single aired for
went on
5
there with the
seasons
braids.
on Fox
She
from
was
1993.
fast. The dark skin one on this side was fast and kind of crazy, but she used to be with this dude right here, but she always had an attitude. The light skin one on this end with the bald guy was slow. It's the same thing on
So you see the trend. They make the dark-skinned woman more promiscuous, and then they try to make the airhead as a more innocent, or not the airhead, the light-skinned
was kind of
woman,
dumb
innocent,
too, I think.
airheadish too.
She was bougie.
Come on now, dog.
Yeah, the dog was
Overton. That was her boy name, wasn't it?
But this is how they separated us.
Yep.
Go ahead.
To 1998, where all my 90s babies at. The show centered on the lives of 6 friends who share personal and professional experiences living in Brooklyn. And I tell y'all, I love Living Single, and I still watch it to this day. I mean it. So we have Max, who is the dark-skinned character, and she is the stereotypical dark-skinned character. He's always at the house, uninvited most of the time, eating up everybody's food, sticking in her opinion where nobody asks for it, you know, really aggressive with the guys. Regine Hunter, who's played by Kim Fields, and she's a stereotypical light-skinned character. She's the bougie friend, she's fashion-forward, and she's obsessed with men. The Steve Harvey Show is a sitcom that aired on the WB from 1996 to 2002. Wendy Raquel Robinson played Regina Greer, who was the principal of the school. She was sexy, educated, independent, and desired by every man, especially Steve.
Are you busy tonight?
Hey,
Well, the super's coming over to fix my dishwasher. What'd you have in mind?
Look, I need help with the school newsletter.
Look at you making excuses to come kick it over at my crib.
Y'all, I read a meme somewhere that said Lovita Alize Jenkins Robinson crawled so that Tiffany Haddish and Cardi B could walk. And that is the most accurate thing I read all year. Now, in my opinion, Lovita Alize Jenkins Robinson, she's not necessarily dark-skinned. I feel like she's more brown. But we can all acknowledge that a lot of times brown-skinned women do get lumped in with dark-skinned women, especially when there are lighter-skinned and biracial and white-passing women around. She would automatically be the dark-skinned girl.
I'm a step ahead of you, Miss Greer. I already made out a list of names of people I think we can afford. Let's see. Parker Jr., the Silvers, Lisa from Co-Jam. She go to my church. That's okay, Levita. None of those acts are necessary.
You just a ghetto internet, aren't you?
Hey, so you see, so in this point, now you see they're doing like, you know how when we was watching, when they showed the Proud Family
It
earlier.
flopped.
It flopped.
So now we got a dark one that's ghetto and simple sound.
I mean, it's still the same. Remember, Dejanay is a dark-skinned woman.
Right.
Well,
She was
with his
dark-skinned,
kids.
and guess what? They had the baby kids. It's like the ghetto.
Right. Yep.
So
Yep,
now
you
they're
got
doing the
Lupita
same
Alizé.
thing with this dark-skinned woman, making her, oh, yeah, you know what? This is nothing, it's nothing but a ghetto. Ain't you ghetto? You just a ghetto,
Hey,
you
I
know what
know-
I'm saying, bougie.
We don't got this, but the My Wife and Kids girl just reminded me, because that was the same girl on You Got Served.
Right.
Her friend was the
Megan
darker
Good.
girl. Her name was what? Delicious or something like that? What's her name?
Megan
Beautiful
Good.
with 2
Beautiful.
L's?
Right, beautiful.
Right. They made the darker
Yeah.
girl ratchet, and the crazy friend, they made the light-skinned sister the one that was more attractive to Omarion.
Right.
Go ahead and play.
Right.
Get your little groove on, but you just remember where your bread is buttered.
Wait a minute. You know something? Sure like the way you say the word buddy.
Lovita Alizé Jenkins Robinson was the secretary to Regina Greer. She was loud, ghetto, inappropriate for the workplace, and honestly, she really did crawl so that Tiffany Haddish and Cardi B could walk. Coming to America was one of my favorite movies.
So y'all know about this one, Coming to
America.
America. Coming to America. Okay, see what they're going to say on this one.
That aired in 1988. It was a romantic comedy starring Eddie Murphy. He was an African prince. He was looking for true love, and he ended up in Queens, New York, and found love at first sight with Lisa McDowell. Now, the first princess that his parents chose for him was a beautiful princess. She was dark-skinned. However, she did not have a mind of her own. She was raised to be his queen, therefore having no identity. Lisa McDowell, on the other hand, was...
Stop right here. Damn. So, I don't know if she gonna get more into it, but this dark-skinned woman was one that was willing to submit, willing to listen. She was a beautiful woman and everything. But in the end all be all, he ended up not choosing that woman. He chose for a light-skinned woman.
Americanized.
With the mindset to not to submit. No, I have my own mind. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he went for the Willie Lynch Project one.
Right.
Exactly. Hey, she came back on number 2, still hopping and barking. Remember that?
Dang, hey, still hopping and
you remember
barking.
he sent out hopping and barking, then she came back on Coming to America 2.
Man, continue.
That's low down right there, man.
Quite the opposite. She was charitable, she was kind, she was friendly, she was polite and desirable, and she stood for what she believed in.
Hey,
Patrice
hold on.
McDowell was
Hey, hold on. On number 2, hey, didn't she made that nigga sleep in the
Right, yeah, she did. Hey, she put that
kicked-
Western mindset on his ass quick.
She kicked the king out of his bedroom in his house because
Did.
she had an attitude.
Did.
Said, nigga, you go sleep out there.
Right. I'm telling you.
Hey, all right.
And he was out here.
And he chose that. He wanted American.
He wanted that.
But that's going back into that
I want
sex,
the woman who thinks
you know
with
what
her
I'm
own
saying?
mind.
Right.
That's exactly what it is. Go ahead.
younger sister, and she again was a dark-skinned girl that was opposite of Lisa. Okay, she was the little thotty little sister. She was seen as a gold digger. She had no loyalty to her older sister. She was hypersexual AF. She was just a mess. I'm sorry. Like, where did this girl come from? Last but certainly not least, we have Martin. Martin was a sitcom that aired for 5 seasons on Fox from 1992 to 1997.
Right.
Martin was one of the network's highest rated shows during its run. Tisha Campbell played Regina, aka Gina Payne, who was Martin's girlfriend and later became Martin's wife. Her characteristics were the peacemaker, you know, she's the logical one, she breaks up the fights, she has a good job, she's a good girlfriend to Martin. Now, Tachina Arnold played Pamela, aka Pam James, and she is described as sassy. She's Gina's best friend, she's boisterous, she's always looking for a
you remember
man,
the stuff
she's
Martin used to
always
say
the
to Gina,
buck.
bruh? I mean, not Gina, what he used to say to Pam.
Right.
He'd tell her she looked like a horse.
Hey, grab your camel and go.
Hey, that was the but hey, like that trend. You see that this a dark skinned woman, how he getting on her. Guess what? Now your kids doing it. Right. That because of that trend, and you see how it's still portrayed. Like through show after show after show, it's still showing the same thing. You got the light skin because Gina also was an airhead. She was an airhead too. She was straight, but she was still kind of airheadish too.
Right.
And then guess what? You got the dark skinned woman who, well, she's sassy, she's ghetto, she's like, I mean, you see, it's a trend, just like even with the last one.
Hey, let's go.
Of Martin jokes. And the thing is, Martin did a lot of improv, so a lot of the jokes, they weren't written.
So let's say you have to read it.
Wow.
Something that he had to rehearse and read from a script. These were his own jokes. And oftentimes he would refer to Pam as a dog, a beast, nappy-headed, a breath stink, she can't get a man, she can't keep a job. I mean, honestly, I feel like Pam got it the worst. Out of all the stereotypical dark-skinned best friends, she got it the worst from Martin because he was good at it. He was good
Pam
at it.
couldn't
Now,
keep a
I
man
do want to
either.
point out some shows that I feel like, in my opinion, were a bit more balanced and really went against the grain when it came to black stereotypical families and black stereotypical television. I feel like Family Matters did not perpetuate colorism, maybe because majority of the family was brown and dark
No,
skinned.
no, no,
But you
no.
did have
I don't know
Myra.
what she about
Rest
to
in peace
say,
to Myra. You did
but
have.
the light-skinned girl was slow.
Right.
That's the one that wanted
Same
Steve.
thing.
But the
She
dark-skinned girl was, what was her name? Laura. She was crazy and didn't want Steve. Even though
Right.
Steve was being a simp for her. But the light-skinned girl, which was quote-unquote, people would have thought was
Talking
prettier.
about Moira.
Yeah, Myra. Oh, you said Laura? What the other girl named
no,
Myra?
Moira. It's
Myra,
like Myra or
right.
some shit like that.
So, yeah, but Myra was slow.
Right.
Same thing.
So it's the same trend that you see going on from show after show after show after show. Even when you bring it up to shows of today, I mean, I know the show like My Wife and Kids. What shows you got popping? I don't really watch too much. You got what? The House of Pain. You see stuff like this as well. You have the dark-skinned women. They seem more light.
Yeah,
they
House of
seem-
Pain, the light-skinned woman, CJ's wife, was a crackhead, caught the house on fire and all that. The light-skinned slow one.
Hey, you know, what's his name? You know, Tyler Perry got to throw all that kind of stuff in there. You know,
And you know, like even with like, I don't think Tyler Perry like you got the Upshaws today, the Upshaws with Mike.
Oh, yeah, with Mike Epps, yeah,
You
yeah.
got the light skinned woman. You got what? The baby mama. That's the loud black
It's the
woman.
same with,
it's the same thing.
what's the
that's going on
Blackish?
today. Yeah, Blackish.
Blackish is like that.
It's the same thing. The same trends you see going on from show to show to show, and that goes into what? 1 Corinthians 15 verse 33. Can I get that? 1 Corinthians 15 verse 33. Because you know, like all this stuff is getting pushed up on us as a nation of people.
Right.
So we are basically referencing what we see on TV. We doing the same thing. We acting upon it. Oh yeah, you look dark skinned this, or you know what I'm saying? Oh, you light skinned Drake, yeah, y'all slow, y'all do this. You know what I'm saying? You doing this type of things because of what you learn on TV.
Right.
What you got?
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 33.
Read.
Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupts good manners.
Those is what corrupted us. You know what I'm saying? From in the 80s, the 70s, the 80s, whenever they start trying to push different, they pushed ambi on our black women. Right. Tell you what, you can make yourself light skinned.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get you some cocoa butter. Get you some of this to make you a little lighter.
Right.
They say, it gets away the dark marks from you. Get rid of the dark skin from you. That's what they tell you, so that way you can look like a dang gone what? Your oppressor. Or the lighter skinned woman that you envy, that is your sister or your brother.
Right.
Read on.
You want verse 34?
Yeah, read it again.
Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
It corrupts good manners. That's what it's doing. It's corrupting because all in all, the 12 tribes of Israel, we different shades of brown. We supposed to love one another for who we are. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 20. Instead of you looking at it like, oh man, this light skin, dark skin, this and that, you're supposed to love the skin that you in. 1 Corinthians 6 and verse 20.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 20.
Read.
For ye are bought with a price.
Uh-huh.
Therefore glorify God in your body.
Glorify God in your body.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You should don't worry about I want to be like this person, I want to be like that. Glorify God in your body. Love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you can love your neighbor even better.
Right. Hey, get that in Proverbs 23 and 7. Because like you said, these evil communications corrupt our good manners, meaning what? It's going in our minds.
Right.
Like Bishop Yawasop brought out a while back. Your thoughts turn into this, and your actions and so on and so forth. It becomes your reality and your future, right? Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 23 and verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he.
So this is what they do. They give us the evil communication so that we can really think like this in our heart. They divide the darks and the lights on TV so that when we see each other, we say, nah, bro, we ain't the same. This becomes our thought. This becomes our reality. These become our habits.
Right.
This becomes our lifestyle because they putting it in the minds of our people constantly on the television. What they call it, television, for a reason.
Right.
They telling you what to think in your heart, but other shit, we just run with it.
Right.
Hey, let's go. Let's get that scripture for Hosea 4. And we've seen this in many occasions where we try to separate it with. We think it's the nationality as far as Northern Kingdom against Southern Kingdom, but it's really colorism.
Right.
It's all it is because what they pushed during the Willie Lynch, because we always in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? Whether we was speaking Spanish or not, we still was in that in the slave quarters serving our master at that time. All right, so-called master. But read this.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse. You want one or two?
Start at 1, yeah.
1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord had a controversy with the inhabitant of the land, because there was no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing.
So I want to hit a point here. It says because there were no truth, mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. Because this was separated and pushed out. Us not reading the Bible, knowing that we come in many shades of brown.
Right.
And we from super dark to the lightest brother here, we come in many shades.
Right.
But no truth in the earth, no truth in the lands that we're at now. They're not pushing the true identity of who we are. They're not pushing the facts about our nationality.
Right.
They pushing hate your color, hate the Dominican brother that look just like you, but he think he's somebody else.
Right.
Hate that. Hate the Mexican brother that's a little lighter, but we the same people.
Right.
Watch this. Read on.
And committed adultery. They break out, and blood touches blood.
And what happens is we start fighting each other. We start killing each other.
Right.
We do light skin against dark skin. These were wars back in the day.
Right.
They had wars with black and lights. Right. This is crazy.
Right. Hey, it's crazy because, like, even though we saying like the white man, the Willie Lynch letter, we done all of this.
Right.
Like you always got to look at the inner self and examine yourself first.
Right.
Because God from the beginning told us not to mingle with the other nations.
Right.
Everybody was the same color up until who? Esau, right?
Right.
When we started wanting to dip and dab into that nation, guess what? You can since we in Hosea, can I get a scripture real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hosea 7 and 8. This is what happened when we start mingling with the other nations. So everything that's going on with us, we actually allowed it because of our disobedience. All we had to do was listen to simple instruction.
The book of Hosea, chapter 7 and verse 8. Ephraim, he have mixed himself among the people.
So Ephraim, the northern kingdom, he mixed himself among the other people. Now, what does that mean? Is that talking about he went and lived in the land with the other people? No, that's not what they're talking about. Because when you read in, I believe it's one of the Ezras, it talk about what mixing is. Mixing is having sex with the other nations.
Right.
Come on.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
It said Ephraim is a cake not turned. Remember, we the same people, but it's just different skin complexions.
Right.
The Northern Kingdom wanted to go off and dip and dab with the other people, have
Right.
sex with them. So it says they are a cake not turned. You know when you make a pancake, you got the white side, then you got the brown side. He said you the cake that's not turned yet. That's why you looking like that, because you mix yourself with the other nations.
Right.
So really, we got to come back to commandments and stop mingling with us.
Stop. Don't be a fool. Come back to the standards.
Definitely.
And like you said, we got to self-examine ourselves. It starts in the mind because we think because you light or you dark, you this or that, when it's not the case. We are the same people. We got to come under the same rules. Once we came under the same rules, the knowledge of God, the laws, then we good. We out of here. All right. Hey, let's go back to the other video real quick. It's one show that a lot of us. Hey, just go forward a little bit. Let me see. Skip past that. Start right there. Yeah, I never noticed with Lil Bill on there, but Little Bill. Hey, go ahead.
hair. His mom was dark skinned and she was very gentle and very loving and very kind. Now, some of you guys in the community tab said that Girlfriends was colorist, but in my opinion, okay, I feel like Girlfriends was pretty balanced. I do. I feel like it was pretty balanced. The characteristics were pretty balanced.
No, it wasn't.
And I feel like it was just a little bit different.
Wait, Tracy Ellis Ross is an Edomite.
Which one? Yeah, she an Edomite. Yeah. But wasn't this from the second right? Wasn't she slow in the show? Who watched that show?
I did.
She was slow, wasn't she?
Who was?
I watched it too. I looked.
Oh, girl, yeah, she was slow. She had
She
like
had
that
a
weird, like
weird
she had the
issue.
little natural.
She was the
she was.
Which
a little
one was the
stupid.
bougie one? It was one of them.
Bougie was on the far left.
Yeah,
Bougie
but
was far
she
left.
had like some weird. She was sassy.
The one to the left of Joan, she was ghetto.
She was ghetto,
Yep,
right?
she was ghetto.
So they had their issues in there. They shot and they made it like that.
Right,
They said, okay,
right.
She,
They did that.
She this way.
They were stereotypical. Those
They
four
were.
women, they had some stereotypes.
It was in there, and this is some of the shows that some of the women grew up on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But they did make the darker brown skin girl the bougie one this time.
They
They did instead of making
They
her
tried
light
to
skin.
switch. They tried to switch the roles, but still, it was the same. It's the same result. You know what I'm saying? It's pinning the light skin versus the dark skin some way.
I'm gonna tell you a show that did. They should have used for an example.
What?
That's So Raven. If you
Right.
think about it, the light skinned girl, what was their name? The bullies. Was it Adrian Bylon or whatever?
Right.
Y'all know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah,
girl
yeah,
that
yeah.
used to bully Raven.
Uh-huh.
They made her light skinned, so they kind of reversed it because
I
Raven was
forgot
kind
about
of
that.
Raven was actually slow.
Right.
So
she was
so,
slow.
Well,
Yeah.
Chelsea was slow, but Raven was slow based on like she used to be falling downstairs. And,
Right.
You know,
Right.
Clumsy.
Like,
Clumsy.
clumsy,
Little
a klutz.
Domaya.
But the light skinned girl was quote unquote more accepted by the rest of the people. But she, you know.
All right, hey, let's
You
go.
know.
Hey, we're gonna take a quick break.
Yes,
We're gonna
sir.
come back with maybe a little comic relief, a little bit.
Right. We're gonna end it out with a little bit of some comedy there.
Right.
The difference between light skins and dark skins and their movements and their doings and such.
Right.
Right.
The sayings, the dark, where's the proverbs of the light skin?
Right.
It's
Hey,
proverbs.
exactly.
Y'all stay tuned, man. Let's launch you.
Stay tuned.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
Shades. Let's get into it. Where do I begin? Being in the skin, feeling like tabernacles, it could get intense. Treated like a sin, it could get me lynched. Even as a prince, it could get me pinched. But we don't even flinch, nah, not even an inch. Cause God up in the heavens and a nigga look like him. But they took his image and they put it through the rinse. Made it look like them, made it look like everything I grew up knowing was incorrect. They never said that I was ugly, but it's indirect. I used to get offended looking at my different flesh, but I bask in the sun, now it's limitless. For real, it took a while to get through to me too. Made from the same earth, we get nutrients through. Formed by the fingers of God, as mud in his cuticles too. It's a beautiful view. Shades, here's something you need to know. The skin you in is gold, watch it glow. You a seed in the soil.
We back. You already know
back.
that. Hey, hopefully y'all been sharing this. Hopefully y'all been liking, subscribing, the whole nine. And I see nobody wanted to call in and comment on colorism. Hey, it is what it is. but
Knowing
you
they be
still-
having issues.
Right. You still got time.
See,
though.
some of us can't even get jobs because of our color.
Exactly. That's
Dang.
fact.
Because you dark, you can't get the job, nigga.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say too. Like, and this is a little bit different, but like on that Willie Lynch, one of them was fear, right?
Exactly,
One of
right.
them was fear, and I know that like there's a stereotype for darker skins to be
Walking down the street, you
Exactly,
see
you're
a
more
white lady with a
afraid.
purse. She's scared of that dude.
Exactly.
But if a light brother,
Yep. they're gonna feel more comfortable. And it's even a joke made sometime like, hey, send the light skin to go speak with, whatever, because it's less of a aggression there and stuff like whatever the case. But I know some pretty aggressive light skins. There's some pretty,
And
soft,
some of them
dark
just hate.
skins.
I know some light skins that hate old people.
Hey, you ever seen
exactly?
You ever seen Get Rich or Die Trying?
But
I saw that.
You seen what's his name?
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Yes.
Why he carried a screwdriver?
Exactly.
Terrence Howard, he Edomite.
He said they used to smack me till I turned red.
Terrence
So I
Howard,
started-
Edomite.
No,
I'm just messing.
Come on now.
Hey, but
y'all.
that's a light skin. He was with the.
Nah,
he was
he
with
gon' hey, look,
WTS.
He hustling and flow yourself. Hey.
I hate Whoopi Goldberg's lips.
Hey,
stuff.
Hey,
Y'all
let's
killing
play
me.
this. Hey, that's it right there. Do say, hey, let's play this video right here.
Hey, this gonna go into the stereotypes that Officer said was about
Right,
the
proverbs.
colorism. Play that, IT. Let's see what
The
they
title,
said.
the title is How Dark-Skinned Lions Roar versus How Light-Skinned Lions Roar.
You got to bring it over though, IT.
Bring it over first.
They can't see it. Oh no!
Wow, I was not expecting that.
Hey, play that back.
Play it one more time. That's accurate.
Back.
No, whoa.
Oh, they accurate. Hell
I'm
nah.
just messing around. I'm just messing around.
Hey, that's Drake right there.
Right. Think your mic off.
Their rappers always sing.
That's funny.
I mean,
bro,
is,
dark-
hey,
nah,
is
bro,
that
that
a
ain't-
fact?
No.
We went from selling drugs
Hey,
on the
is
block.
that a fact?
We ain't even got
Just-
not
just-
people
no.
things they forgot.
He gonna say no, Mike.
Hey, Rod Wave
every
dark
song he
skin.
got, he's singing.
Rod
the
Wave
whole-
is dark skinned.
Hey, it's funny. Like, every
Some of
song
the best
you-
singers are dark skinned. Tyrese and them.
All them
Okay.
Sims from the
Yeah.
90s.
Kels with the one that was
R.
tripping.
Kelly. Yeah.
Freak ass boy. Freak ass boy. All right, play some more stuff for the light skin, dark skin stereotypes. Because that's what colorism is. Like I was saying before, it's built upon stereotypes, not actual accuracy. All right, so remember that. Go ahead. You got it coming for us?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, I was roaring.
Yeah, that's real though, man. You see that? You know what I'm saying? The dark skins, we roar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, you dark now.
I'm sorry.
Now
He's
you
dark
dark.
now.
Well, where
That's
am I?
funny as
Where
hell.
am I?
Nah, you,
Damn, what? They ain't even put us in
Oh,
there.
Israelite.
You black.
We
Hey,
Israelites.
look. This is the light skins difference. This is a whole compilation. All right, let's do it.
Damn.
How dark skins swing versus how light skins swing. Go ahead, run that. Dark skin is regular.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, that's the
Oh my goodness.
bro. That's
Oh,
what Omarion.
no.
That's what Omarion did.
Right. How dark skins fight.
Oh, hey man, hey, cut this off, bro. Cut this off.
Hey, we
The
better
hell
see
is
this.
this?
Oh my
That's a little
goodness.
What the hell?
They tripping
Hey, why
on
you
that
gonna pause it on?
Hey, they-
Man.
hey, they tripping on
Hey,
that one.
hey,
though.
let's see some
I
more
didn't
before we
do
bring
this
it over.
stuff.
Right.
Hey, skip to
We
some.
don't do this stuff.
Hey,
Skip
that's
through
funny.
some of it.
Damn, that's messed up.
Hey,
Go
that's
ahead.
skin.
So so you know what that means? Like basically what they're doing up today. They saying the light skinned
Soft, weak, gay, all that.
are punks.
But dark skinned
Right.
people are criminals and they fit the description.
And they tough.
Oh, he offended now. Oh,
Nah,
damn.
I'm saying that's
No,
the
he's
thing.
saying that's what they say. Yeah, he not.
Nah.
That's the thing they say. Dark skin, they the BD,
Yeah,
they let the BDs in the dough.
And they say
Right.
They say the
BD.
light skinned boys are gay.
Right. Yep. Because
Or
Drake,
bi-
bro,
or
Drake
bisexual.
is
And
the.
you know what's crazy is they have us looking at that and seeing that, but really they still separating us.
Right. Exactly.
They still pushing. They still pushing.
We got a caller.
We got a caller.
We do.
Yes.
Okay,
sir.
caller. Hey, you on Let's Talk? Oh, we're gonna bring him in. We're gonna bring him in.
Hey, this
Yeah,
show
this-
you how deep, bro. When we was in school, that light skin, dark skin thing revved up again, bro.
Oh,
It was-
yeah.
Oh, for sure. I got
Drake
fights over
Hey,
this.
bro, Drake didn't make it no better, bro.
Exactly.
Didn't
Oh,
because
yeah.
he used to say stuff like, "But on verses I be blacking." Like even though I'm light skinned, I be
Right.
blacking on verses. Man, shut
We
up.
got him. We ready for him?
Drake, stop being a spokesperson for light skins, bro.
Right.
Everybody, hey, you like
Hey,
Drake, do you?
caller, you on Let's Talk Truth. State your name, where you from, and if you have a question or a comment.
Hey, shalom, y'all. This is Sister Judith from Austin. Well, I just moved to Austin from Atlanta.
Hey. Hey, shalom, family. Most High in Christ bless you.
Hey, most high God bless. For one, I just want to say I appreciate y'all bringing out this topic. It's very heavy, and it weighs on the minds of a lot of brothers and sisters, but, you know, since I'm a sister, mainly sisters for me. And I just like this. It's a good topic. So I just wanted to say, like, it's very evident, the colorism and featureism and all types of, like, it's different levels to it. It's really deep. And, like, I used to love my skin color even growing up because my dad, he's from Nigeria, so my mom and both of them, they always instilled that love for dark skin in me. It's just that sometimes when you get treated a certain way, like you're just going to be aggressive and stuff, and you kind of get insecure. But, you know.
Hey, well, we glad you called, sis. You right, because this plagues our communities, and it does weigh heavy on the minds of our people.
Right.
That's that. I'm glad you called, sis. All praise. Hey, make sure. Hey, you light or dark? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, make sure you.
I'm dark.
So sis, you know how it fit. Hey, so
Yeah, there you
sis,
go.
so in school.
Hey, hold on, we ain't gonna do this. Hey, talk to the light skinned brother.
school.
We ain't about to separate nothing.
Oh,
nah.
I see
we
what
ain't doing
happened.
that.
That's
man.
funny.
No racism,
sis.
no
but-
colorism.
No. But here's the thing, though. You're right. Like I said, it does even carry over sometimes, even in the truth, subtle jokes and stuff here and there. But some people are affected a little more than others when it comes to that. We do understand. This topic is very heavy, but I'm gonna give you something real quick. I know you know this. I know we all know this, but this is for the viewers. Shalom, sister. We're gonna get this script real quick. Deuteronomy 7:6. Make sure we know. Hey, all of us, no matter what color, no matter what shade we are, hey, we the greatest people on the face of the earth.
That's right.
Give me that, Deuteronomy 7:6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
See, the 12 tribes of Israel, all of them, no matter what shade they are a holy people. They're separate. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
We separate unto God. Yes, the creator of all things. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
We were chosen, picked, selected. Go ahead.
To be a special people.
Special is a great word, I thought. Right? We are special people. Better than the rest. Go ahead.
Unto himself.
Unto him. Right? Not to another nation of people, not to somebody, to God, the creator of all things. Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Yes, no equality. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So everybody else out there, we better than them. Just like it said in the Willie Lynch. They want us to be against each other so we can stay destroyed. We want to go against each other within our nation. But still, all of them need to make sure that they hate and whatever when it comes to us. But we're above all of them, all the other nations. We're greater than them. So no matter your shade, whatever you are, the 12 tribes of Israel, hey, those are the chosen. That's the selected.
Right.
That's the ones that's peculiar and special to God. All right?
Hey, let me get Deuteronomy 28 real quick. This is how we know the curses are real. They are upon us. We are the Israelites.
Right.
We're the only group of people or nation that does this, that fight against our own shade.
Right.
We the same. I'm going to prove it in the Bible. Watch this. Deuteronomy 28, let's read verse 15 first.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All the curses came upon us and overtook us, right? A lot of these curses consumed some of us off the land. But watch this. Let's read verse 37. Let's dive deep into what it's saying here. Watch this.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
An astonishment.
Right.
It's an astonishment to see the same nationality fighting against each other for a shade.
Right.
I'm a shade lighter than you, so we different. You know how astonishing that is? They put it on TV and they spread it around the world.
Right.
So whether you light or black, you got to understand you still a Negro to them.
Right.
Watch this. You still under this, read.
A proverb.
A proverb. You a light-skinned dude. You still like chicken.
Still can't swim.
You still can't swim. You probably would. Okay, you can jump higher than everybody. The proverbs are still upon you.
Right.
Even if you light and I'm milk chocolate, whatever the case, or dark or whatever, we still got the same proverbs.
Right.
So the stunners it is, we thinking we different.
Right.
We thinking that we different.
Right.
Right.
That
you,
is
you
us.
still getting fired first.
Exactly. You still gonna get fired, black man,
And
black
whether you-
woman.
Whether you're light or dark, y'all still ain't reading the Bible.
Right. Exactly. You still got it. You still collecting dust on that thing. I mean, somebody use it for rolling up weed.
Right.
Keep going.
And a byword.
And they byword. You still called a nigga. You still a coon. You still a slave. You still You still got your slave master name. All the bywords you can think of that's not your God-given name is still upon you, whether you dark or whether you light. You still an Israelite.
Right.
At the end of the day. Keep going.
Among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Whether the Lord shall lead us. In every nation, they're gonna say, if he go over there to China, he's still a Negro in China.
Right.
Right.
Whether he shit. The only difference you might get if you go to Africa and you deal with the Africans.
No, they call you Kata. You go
right.
to Africa, they'll call you.
Hey, we got this one video. We gotta pull this, and we gonna shut it down.
Right.
But y'all gotta see this video right here.
This is another
Go ahead,
stereotype.
explain it. You want me to explain it? No, let him explain it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No,
it's basically just some more of those stereotypes. They funny, y'all. It's some comic relief. I know. Man behind the camera like,
Hey.
but yeah, it's just another one of those comic reliefs. This one says the dark skin and his light skinned friend running from the cops. Come on, man, bring that over.
Either way, we both
That's
running
how the
from
dark
cops.
skin run. Come on, brother. There's the light skin.
Angel like.
Wow. Bro, I thought he was gonna do a split the way he
did.
Come on, man.
You know how
I thought he was gonna land with it. I'm like the way he was going.
you want it?
Hell no.
Hey, go ahead.
Bruh.
We got another clip we want to play. Hopefully it ain't too long. Where we
No, it's not.
they drop
But
us
it's not
out.
no comic relief. I don't want to throw nothing off though.
Okay. No, we done with this. We done with this. Y'all see that?
Yeah, he said you good.
Yeah, he just got to stick it on you. You ain't even on it.
Hey, yeah, get that. It's the Minister Society clip I posted. It's like 2. You want me to do it? Okay. I got you. Yeah. Post that. Yeah. So what? The reason I posted this is because, like, this clip gonna show you that some of us understood that we are the same people, and we are oppressed together. You know, whether you Hispanic or so-called African American, light skin or dark skin. But what it shows also is that who is the real enemy. All right.
Yeah. So this is a more serious note. I know we wanted to show y'all the comical side, but on a serious note, this is still issues going on till today. All right. So go ahead, Austin.
You play that.
Growing up in the hood, we were used
Hey, it
to
might
getting
be
sweated
some
by the
cussing and
cops.
stuff, too.
I mean, they would follow us in the car, then turn away. I mean, they'd stop us for no reason and question us, especially with a car like mine. A 5.0 on Dayton's, I knew we was in for it.
Good. Breaker leg.
Hey, man, this motherfucking hood is hot.
Oh, you can't burn up all you boys like barbecue.
Boys like barbecue.
You like barbecue?
Get on there.
What y'all bring me my rights on the right to
Shut up.
What you just bring me my rights? I mean, they got my tags up to date, man. I got registration.
That's enough. Come on.
Bring me my rights.
You know who you're messing with. That's all. Just because I'm a black man, that's why I'm a black man.
Motherfucking ass.
That's why. Shut the fuck up.
So who's doing this to these black people? No, play on. Look, he already got his stick out. They cuffed. What they doing there for? So watch where they take him to.
Hey, get me the wire cutters, that's it. Fuck you, Holmes. I ain't doing this shit. Hey, Holmes, so what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go with me or what? You take care of it, huh? I got fucking dudes coming in. What's your fucking problem, man?
So let's examine this. They cuffed these men, and they didn't necessarily arrest them. They didn't take them in. They dropped them off to a another side of the hood where they not from.
That's cool. Let's take care of it. But don't forget, all right, homies?
So he notices them.
Hey, check it out, huh? What's up? Where's home? Let's move on them, I say. Don't sweat on this.
So listen to what Kane about to say.
That night, the cops let us have it. They dropped us off in the wrong hood where the essays stayed. I guess they was thinking we'd get our ass kicked even more. The essays was cool though. They took us to the hospital.
So that's what we gotta understand. We the same people. We gotta understand who the real enemy is, and we gotta come together and help one another under the laws of God.
That's right.
That's
right. If you can you imagine the cops seeing that they didn't do nothing to them?
Right.
They would have been like, damn,
Exactly.
it didn't work.
Exactly.
The plan didn't work.
Exactly.
And we gotta do that. We gotta come back together. We gotta come, that nation that's not desired, come back as a whole. Don't worry about the colorism, all this separation of because you think you Mexican or you think you Dominican or all of that. We are the Israelites.
That's
We
right.
fit
That's
the
right.
same curses.
Right.
All right? We gotta see that.
All
Hey,
praise.
all praises to the Most High.
All praises, all praises.
Hey, all praises. So, what we got in the community? We got something coming up or nothing?
In the community? No. No, I'm just kidding. Look out for us soon. We might be cleaning up a hood near you. All right.
right.
That's what we do. All right. Make sure you're checking out the other shows also that come on. You got PSR.
Yes, sir.
You got Raven and Wolves. All these shows.
Yes,
all right. Make sure y'all checking that out. And if you want to learn more about your nationality and who you are, give us a call at 855-484-4842, extension 751. All right. And make sure you liking, sharing, and subscribing. And it's up to you. Yes, sir.
Hey, brothers, come here real quick. We're gonna
bring
let
up a
y'all
couple
know.
of members.
We all,
you know what I'm saying?
brothers, come here. Come here, brothers.
Neff,
Both
those
of y'all.
eyes. Come here. I've been noticing the whole show while y'all sitting there.
Up there.
Hey,
Up
yeah, we
here.
want to show y'all, man. Ain't no separation in colors up here. What do you
Right.
think is nationality? We are the Israelites.
That's
We
right.
come in
That's
different shades,
right.
forms. It don't matter.
Yes,
Squat down.
sir.
We here.
We here.
See,
You know what I'm
man?
saying? Hey, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
That's right.
We here.
All praise to the
praise
Most
to the
High,
Most
y'all.
High.
Hey, I want y'all to just say Happy Tabernacles to everybody that's watching, that
Right.
understands. Those that don't understand, follow us. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
On Facebook, YouTube, follow us everywhere. IsraelUnite.org.
Y'all
Right.
Go to the website. Learn your nationality. Learn your history. All praise to the Most High. IUIC, we teach the truth. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. We do.
All
we
praise
do.
to the Most High. But hey,
Hey,
y'all.
challenge your pastor. Test your pastor. Your pastor ain't got it in him. I'm telling you.
Hey, matter of fact, ask your pastor, does color matter?
Yeah.
Does it really? He
Right.
probably gonna say we all. Listen, nah, we came to ask the pastor that because he'll start bringing in them.
Yeah, he gonna say
Edomites.
color don't. White either.
Yeah,
Bring them
right.
in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Actually, Christ has
Hey
no
man,
color.
y'all heard it here first.
Ask him if Christ color matter.
Yeah, ask him about that. That's one of the colorisms that's real
Right.
bad too.
Yes.
Changing the image of Christ,
Who changed the truth?
Christ.
I'm messing with you.
who is black.
To a
All right, all praises.
Hey, all
so y'all,
praise.
we had it here first on
Let's
Let's Talk
Talk Truth.
Truth.
I just love you. I just need you. I just live. I can feel it.
I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Yeah.
I'm coming straight out that north. They know me well on my side. Ironic, my name from the Bible, but they raising hell on my side. Stricken with poverty, I only profit be the illegitimate kind. Watching for the cops, watching for the ops, never know which enemy slide. I can't give my life to the streets, I know I'm really trying to give it to God. Son waiting at the crib for me now. I gotta be there for him and provide. Bring a trip that wanna see me alive, so I gotta keep the stick when I'm riding. Joseph telling me repeating I'm trying, but how I'ma win with this shit in my mind? No, I'm chosen, I can feel it inside, but how I'm supposed to leave my niggas behind? Can't help it, admit that I'm dealing with pride. I know they gon' say that I switched and I'm high. Know how I feel, need to quit with that line. I told them if they don't repent, they gon' die. Every time I pull a script, they look me in my eye and say I ain't really they God. They telling me
I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth.
I'm from the streets where that life it be grimy. I got that project life all up inside me. Got me a couple of goons that's behind me. I stayed on the block, you knew just where to find me. If it's for God, I was quick to remind him. You know exactly what we supplying. We're slanging it happily until we die and avoid you in accident. It's best you ain't try. If it's that gutter, I called it that life. Didn't give a damn about paying the piper. Came from the dark, had to switch to that light. Learned me some laws, had to switch up the side. Now I'm switch, only slanging them scripts. Sipping milk, come and get you a fix. Getting built, never waving no tilt. Serving knowledge, come and get you a meal.
I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth.
We went from selling drugs on the block to teaching our people things they forgot. Growing up, I ain't have a lot. Now I found out the world is mine. Now I found out that I'm the one that good things never came from. In the streets where it's no love. From the concrete or rose grove. I was going down the wrong path. Knew the trap was a real trap. And you're witnessing the aftermath. This is where it all happens at. Trials gave me a cold heart. Now I found me a new start. Now it's only right I do my part. Nazareth ain't too far.
I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth.